On today's Part of My Take, we have a twofer. We have Max Homa fresh off his Genesis Open win.
Genesis halftime show win.
Genesis halftime open win. And then we have Arian Foster doing a draft of the top conspiracy theories in honor of the debut of Macrodosing, PFT and Arian's new podcast. We will leave it up to the people to vote. So listen to that, and then we'll put it up to a vote, and the winner of the vote gets a free T-shirt.
Yeah, I like it.
Whatever conspiracy theory wins, we will send.
We'll send that person.
Parties
the person
involved.
Implicated.
Parties
free
involved.
T-shirt. Yeah.
Yes. We have obviously Tiger Woods news. We are all going to be rich off of Top Shot. We have Guys on Chicks. We have a dramatic reading, a Pack Wednesday show for you, and it's all brought to you by our friends at Verizon. You've heard us talk a lot about how Verizon 5G ultra wideband makes gaming better, ultra low lag, console quality gaming on the go. Well, we're not just talking gaming. Verizon designed their 5G to make the things we do every day better with the coverage of 5G nationwide. Millions of people can now do what they love in Verizon 5G quality, like work with their teams in 5G clarity, listen to the music they love in 5G fidelity, and stream their favorite shows in 5G resolution. And in parts of many cities where people can use massive capacity and ultra low lag, Verizon has that ultra wide band we've been talking about, the fastest 5G in the world. This is the 5G that's built for you. This is 5G built right. Only from Verizon. 5G ultra wideband available only in parts of select cities. 5G nationwide available in 2,700 plus cities. Global claim based on open signal independent analysis. Okay, let's go. Welcome to Part of My Take, presented by Verizon 5G. Today is Wednesday, February 24th, and we are about to be rich again. What was the last thing we were about to be rich on?
Dogecoin. Doge. Oh, by the way, my Doge figurine arrived today.
Oh, nice. I'm wearing my Doge sweatshirt to the moon. No, we are going to be rich on Top Shot. Now, the real news today was Tiger Woods got into a car accident. We hope he's okay. Mm-hmm. It would have felt weird to start the show being like, today is February 24th and Tiger Woods got in a car accident.
Yeah.
So
we're just not trying to bum you out heavily.
Right.
But
right
we should
off.
talk about it a little bit. Like, we obviously hope that Tiger's okay.
Yep. It seems like he is.
Yeah. You know what? Right now we're waiting for the facts to come out.
So I did break my cardinal rule of just not tweeting right away when something happens. I didn't even make a joke of it. I made more of an observation that the LA Sheriff's County tweeted in the Masters green and yellow color, to announce that Tiger Woods got in a car accident. That was in poor taste. That was my bad. I do hope he's okay. And
as Max Homa and Brooks Koepka fans, we hope that Tiger.
Yes, exactly. No, I do. It's a rule that is in place for a reason, that there's no reason to tweet about anything when like facts are murky.
Yeah.
Because no one cares that much about my opinion. Well, that was my fuck up, my bad. I took a Mecca Okafor and Karan Butler.
How many pounds was Ryan Gomes?
265 out of high school.
Yeah. So yeah, we obviously hope that Tiger's okay. It's still like a little bit unclear what the injuries are, how serious they are. So it's probably better to err on the side of caution.
Correct. And also, here's what I didn't do, and I don't think people should do, is speculate on what could have caused it. The real story is that he got in a car accident. You hope he's okay. The actual car crash looked really bad. Mm-hmm. It seems like, from all reports, that it is something with his legs. And I saw a tweet from someone in his camp saying that like he's in stable condition, so he's going to be okay. But there'll clearly be injuries from it.
This feels like one of those situations where TMZ is shockingly just going to crush everybody in terms of breaking the most accurate, most up-to-date news.
Yes,
they pull like rabbits out of their hats, a couple times a year when it comes to major celebrity stories like this. I feel like I'm waiting on TMZ to wait for the facts to come out before I will let my facts come out.
Yeah, so here's the report I was reading. Tiger Woods has a non-life-threatening injuries, per spokesman on LA's CBS affiliate just now. So, let's hope he's okay. And let's hope, it's weird to say it. I saw a lot of people tweeting it. It's kind of weird to be like, I hope he plays golf again. But it's also like the inner sports fan to be like, yeah, I hope he plays golf again. I hope he's okay.
And also just know that we interviewed Max Homa on Monday before this happened, so we do ask him a couple questions about getting to meet Tiger.
Which he had said, his hero.
He had said that he was, he'd been trying to get Tiger to give him a high five at Riviera for the last 20 years.
Right.
So we asked him a little bit about that, but that was done before any of this. So if you hear him talking about Tiger, it's not that he's glossing over it. It was just in the past.
It was, we did it on Monday when we could get him
he's not a time
fresh
traveler.
Off the win. Okay, so that happened again. Hope everything's okay. It's just a surreal thing to see, especially because I don't know. It's weird to go back in time and think about the Kobe, how shocking all of that was, and then you hear this and you see the picture and you're like, holy fucking shit, that is way more severe. And I know that there were some people in the Barstool office, and I understand it in that there used to be a yearly joke tweet story that would go around being like Joe Flacco or Drew Brees or Jay Cutler broke their legs in a car accident.
Yeah, I think it happened twice to Drew Brees. It happened once to Terry Bradshaw, right?
Right.
Mike Floro killed Terry Bradshaw at one point.
It's weird to see that and realize that there's actually a lot of people probably weren't on the internet in 2013, 14, where this actually did happen all the time. So when you see Tiger Woods car accident, leg injuries, it's a throwback. Obviously, that's not the case here, but that I can see the confusion there.
Yeah. When I
those stories were crazy.
When I first saw it come out, and honestly, one of the better life hacks that I've had in the last couple of years is turning on tweet notifications from Adam Schefter.
Yeah,
because
he's always got everything.
He's on top of everything. When it comes out from Adam, if it's an MRI or if it's an X-ray of somebody's hand, or if it's the fact that Cam Newton's on the Patriots and we get to break it in the middle of the show, it's actually a good thing.
That's Brian tape.
He hardly ever.
For.
Yep, that's true. Mm-hmm. He hardly ever falls for any fake news stories. Yeah. So he's pretty good about the retweet button.
So all right, hope Tiger's okay. Hope everything works out. Scary news story.
But we are going to get rich.
We are going to get rich.
Top shot.
I spent the morning being skeptical and the afternoon being a true believer.
Dude, I'm such a believer because the second I realized that it was exactly what trading cards are, except online, I'm in. Because some guy just sat down one day and was like, I'm going to make pictures of baseball players worth a lot of money.
Yes.
Because people will want to look at them. And that, if you think about that guy, when that guy came out, people were like, dude, you're crazy. Nobody wants those.
So here's why I was skeptical. I was skeptical because I live life with two hard and fast rules. One is everyone's trying to scam everyone at all times. Okay? So someone's going to get their nut off while everyone else holds the bag.
If you're not doing the scamming, you're getting scammed.
Correct.
Yeah.
Two is when I hear about a scam, or this isn't a scam, this is real. When I hear about something, the latest and greatest new thing, it's too late. Yep. And that is, I think, truthful. The minute that it hits my ears or I understand something, the money that was to be made has already been made. Mm-hmm. I am the mush, the cooler, whatever you want to call it. But when I show up to the party's usually over. Wouldn't you guys agree?
Yeah, I think I think that's fair. So
I walk in the door and I'm like, hey, let's all get drunk. And everyone's like, dude, time to go home.
There are studies that have been done. Like I know in the tech industry, it's like you've got the people that develop the product. Then you have the early stage adopters that really get to become experts on it. Then you have the tipping point. And then just past the tipping point, you have the sucker public that gets in at the very end and doesn't really understand where this thing came from. We're not the last of the hard. I think we're the first of the suckers. So sometimes we can get in and we'll be a little bit we'll be less suckery than the majority of people, but we're still the first suckers.
Yeah, we're the first tranche of suckers because they know that okay, I might be maybe a couple days ahead of Time Magazine, but that might be pushing it. It might not be a couple days. It might be a day before your parents read it on in a magazine or a newspaper. I might have found out about it 24 hours before that.
So I'm typically 4 days before my mom puts a Facebook post up about something, and about 5 days before Rick Riley makes a joke about it.
Right.
So that is exactly, you're right. That's where we are. I think we can still get rich off this though, because I bought the most pristine mint condition GIF of Alex Caruso blocking James Harden today.
Ooh.
It is sick. Paid $500 for it.
Ooh.
And well, here's the thing.
Real cash?
Yeah. Well, it was
Dogecoin?
It's all made up.
Yeah.
So
right.
money's not real.
Monopoly.
You can't use Coinbase to pay for stuff.
Oh.
Okay. So I tried to buy a Jimmy Butler gift, right? But I couldn't. This is what made me skeptical about the entire operation. I was excited. I was pumped up. I was ready to spend $3,000 on a gif of Jimmy Butler hitting a jump shot. I was ready to do it. I was trying to do it, and the technology was like, "Hey, we're not selling them right now. Chill. The site's not working. If you can't take $3,000 from me, the first of the suckers, to me that's a red flag that you're not really going to be able to bilk the real idiots out there."
Yeah.
Right? You know?
Well, so I have a different experience so far. I have someone else running my account for me, and this is truly, I'm too old, Billy. I was immediately gifted 3 of the same Otto Porter plays. And I don't know if those people realize, like, I actually do watch the Bulls, and I know Otto Porter's not, like, this isn't going to be valuable. Mm-hmm. So thank you for the gift, but it's clear you're probably using it as a tax write-off, trying to be like, that's a loss on Otto Porter. How about some Patrick Williams, the rookie for the Bulls, who has, by the way, one of my favorite new nicknames, the Paw.
Why is he the Paw?
He's like the Claw. He's like Kawhi, but he's the Paw.
Okay.
Stacey King's been calling him the Paw.
I kind of like that.
Yeah, isn't that nice?
Paws they've only got the 3 fingers
Doesn't
and
matter.
thumbs.
They're huge.
JPP should be the Paw.
The Paws.
Yeah.
Paw.
Oh.
And it's Patrick Williams, I think.
Yeah. So, I mean, that's cool. I wish that they would expand the field a little bit, because right now it's like when Topps used to come out with baseball cards, they'd have everybody on there. They'd have, like, even the bench players. They'd have the backup shortstop on there. But now it's like just the stars on here, so I can't even find a deli. There are no deli. Maybe they're like super expensive. They're like the Black Orchid Magic card.
Yeah, my entire investment strategy is to corner the market on Lou Dort.
Okay.
So I'm putting everyone in the Dortcher chamber. We're going to buy all the Lou Dort, and then when Lou Dort wins MVP, everyone's gonna be like, where are all the Lou Dort top shots? Oh, yeah, one guy owns them all.
I like. We got the Dortcher chamber. We got Matthew Skelovadova. It's going to... Fellas, we're going to be...
I'm pretty leveraged with Market Smart right now.
Are you?
I got a couple steals.
Okay, let's just take a step back for a second. And I did make this point earlier today when Skeptic Big Cat came out. But, PFT, do you think there's a little bit, just a tiny bit, I made this point that we're in a pandemic, the economy, a lot of people are out of work, it's tough times for people. Do you think that the rise in get-rich-quick schemes might have something to do with that?
I think that we're going to see a lot more weird shit like this.
Okay.
Yes. This is actually, you know what? I actually think that the Top Shot is like the tipping point of the get-rich-quick schemes, because up until now, they've been remarkably successful. We've seen a lot of get-rich-quick schemes that have actually gotten a lot of people rich quick.
Well, a lot of people have also lost money on GameStop and
Right.
AMC and all that stuff.
Right,
Yeah.
but I feel like right now is when we're hitting the time zone where the pandemic lasted long enough where people were cooped up in their houses thinking of these crazy ideas and then starting to develop them. Like 8 months, 9 months later, when they actually hit the market. Like, think about the shittiest ideas you had about the world and things that sounded like a good idea to you in late March, early April last year. When
Riding a bike around Manhattan.
Riding a bike around Manhattan in the rain. Starting a video game franchise with a fake character that would no one would ever watch that.
Nope.
But like people did have terrible ideas about everything back then.
Yep. Still do to this day.
And now those quarantine ideas, those isolation ideas are now about to just flood the market.
Right.
So this might be the last of the good quarantine ideas to flood the market. Regardless, when I see people spending, $100,000 on gifts, I want to be a part of that ride.
Yes, and I mean I've seen Billy's mining. What are you mining, Billy? You're mining
Pie.
Yeah. See, there's all
Badass.
kinds of things. Every time I go back to my desk, Billy and Marty Mush and I'm not gonna lump you in there, Hank.
That's all right. I'm in.
Have a new scheme that's like, hey, this is the way. Follow me to the land of yachts and mansions.
So I had an idea. Because people are getting really into like figuring out different derivatives.
Yeah, but those are like the guys in Wolf of Wall Street,
Yeah, right.
exactly.
Well,
So
those guys went to jail.
But they also
Not all of them.
They also
I like how it's like, hey, you got to be a shark. You got to be like Jordan Belfort. Like that guy was a crook and a criminal and a felon.
But he also got laid. Like those guys got laid.
He did.
They
Bernie
got laid.
Madoff got
Dude,
laid.
They got laid on planes.
Yeah.
They did Quaaludes. It was
It's not even the Mile High Club, I don't think, if you just fuck out in the open on a plane.
No.
This is sweet.
So I was thinking that we got to have our own way of selling stock and stuff, right? Like the Green Bay Packers do it. I'm an owner. I feel good about being an owner. I don't regret that investment. What if we sold stock in Billy?
What?
As
No one
his,
will buy it.
As his owners, couldn't we issue stock in Billy?
You don't own me.
Yeah,
Well,
we do.
No,
You can't
did you read
sell-
your contract?
You didn't read your contract.
Yeah.
Talk into the mic.
Billy, right now, there's a bull market on Billy.
Yeah, no, Billy's got a little bit of shine on him.
Billy's
He knocked
underweight.
out Jose Canseco.
Could strip away the parts too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
To
Dissolve
sell your gallbladder.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Your kidneys.
My organs are probably
your eyeballs.
pristine.
We could-
I don't want to brag, but I probably have some pristine organs.
We could
And,
we could like Bain Capital you. We could be like a private equity firm, and I bet your right hand could fetch like if we put it out there on the market. We're like, this right hand was a college quarterback at one point.
It's over 10 inches.
We should.
Yeah,
oh,
there you go. We can
okay.
transfer it to Trey Lance.
Maybe just the fingers. We'll just sell the fingers.
I bet
Pieces of Billy.
Yeah, I honestly think that
Collectible pieces of Billy.
we could make money selling like either pictures or actual parts of Billy.
and we just blockchain it.
Yeah, we block. That's the tricky part. I don't know how to do the blockchain besides just saying like it's the blockchain.
Right. It's just a blockchain.
Can
you
you
gotta
get-
mine it and it's a blockchain.
HFTs.
Yeah.
Can you get in
If
trouble
we get
by,
if it's
by saying
HFT,
it?
we're good.
If you say something's blockchain, can somebody be like, that's fraud if it's not on the blockchain?
blockchain is what makes all these things possible to have any value because it almost makes them like a material good.
The blockchain
in
is God.
their history.
HFT.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay. Yeah, Billy's on the blockchain.
Yeah.
Pieces
No,
of Billy are up
NFT.
for sale.
NFT.
Come on, Hank. You're the guy that I'm trusting in all of this, and you can't even get the whatever the NFT means.
2 out of 3.
No, Hank was thinking high frequency trading, right? Yeah.
NFT is the whole when I said, how do I know this isn't a scam? You're like, NFT.
Right. Non-fungible tokens.
Fungible.
God damn it.
Let's see how much
we're
my
living
Alex
in the dumbest
Caruso
times.
GIF is worth now.
All right.
People get so mad, by the way, when you just call it a GIF.
Yeah.
But that's what it is.
Yeah, it's a
You're
GIF.
buying a GIF.
It's a GIF.
Right. I mean, that's the thing. It's like trading cards. The concept of trading cards also sounds ridiculous. But with the trading card, you're buying a picture of someone.
That's really where the skepticism came from. It's
But
the
those
inner
are worth
dad in
money.
me where I'm like, I don't want to see you get hurt, because I do think there's a little bit of a vibe, an undercurrent in the office where people think I'm about to get fucking rich. I don't think that's gonna happen.
I don't think I'm going to
we're
get
have
rich. I think I'm going to
fun.
be in the market. I'm going to be, if the real value is if you can get packs, it's something you got to be in tune with, get in the raffles, hope to get lucky.
I need a pack.
I don't think I'm going to retire off this money, but I think, I'm going to make this money work for me
Okay, there we go.
Just listen to this.
rather than just,
This is the description of my GIF. And that's why you hustle back on D. Los Angeles Lakers fan favorite guard Alex Caruso channels teammate LeBron James with this beautiful chase down block on James Harden of the Houston Rockets during their Western Conference semifinal series on September 12th, 2020.
Lakers
That
by
sounds like it's
5.
worth at least $700.
Yeah.
Should get Mark Jackson to read it.
Do you sell
It's
it?
also,
Jeff Van Gundy
by the
there.
way, PFT, it's also the only time you'll get an NBA Finals game on September 12th.
Good point.
Yep.
And James Harden playing in a semifinal, actually like going for a layup in a semifinal instead of
They're semifinals. They're not finals games.
Yeah,
But
instead of passing the
playoffs.
ball.
A playoff game in September 12th.
What a moment.
Yeah, Billy.
Quick question: do you set
That was
the
the
price to sell it, or is it a market price you have to sell? It for?
No,
I
you
don't
set
know
the
any of
price.
this.
Yeah. Don't ask too many
The
questions.
algorithm
'cause
does it.
The quick way to get me back out of Top Shot is when you ask me questions that I can't answer, and then I feel dumb again. So please, no more questions.
Okay.
At this time. Okay, let's do Hot Seat Cool Throne. And we got 2 interviews coming up, and then some good segments and guys on chicks at the other side. Hank, Hot Seat Cool Throne.
My hot seat is Grand Theft Auto. Illinois lawmakers, they want to ban Grand Theft Auto because there's been a spike in carjackings in Chicago.
What?
Okay. This
So
feels
this is like,
it's
boomer. This is like 1992
only about
all over
7,
again.
17 years too late
Right.
on this
Yeah.
one.
Yeah, I know. This is Marilyn Manson. This is the Marilyn Manson thing where it's like listening to his music makes you violent.
Yeah.
Right. My other hot seat is Oklahoma football. Took a
What a video.
tough look for the entire program. A much bigger Oklahoma football player getting smoked. Also, good thing for MMA, like a good advertising for MMA. Short Kings, you can beat up the big bad bully
Yep.
if you just do some MMA training.
Do you think so? The video, if you haven't seen it, was essentially bar fight porn.
Ben, like everyday Ben Askren,
Right.
versus like the big bad college football bully.
So, do you think that there's
Like
part
the guy,
of the team?
fact the guy was wearing a turtleneck was perfect.
Yeah, the part of the football team is like he's a placeholder, right? He's a holder.
Oh, is he?
He's a wide receiver / holder. Yeah.
It definitely
Not
hurts the Oklahoma football brand to be like, watch this Oklahoma football player get beat up. It's like, but he's a placeholder.
Mm-hmm.
He's a specialist.
Right.
He is a specialist. So the actual fight, the way it went down, there should have been a lot of red flags that came up for the holder.
Yeah.
One, the kid that he was fighting, he just had wrestler's hair. That is a wrestler haircut and a wrestler smirk.
Yep.
You should be able to. I could spot that a mile away.
2, he's already bleeding and he's smiling with the blood.
And he's happy. 3, he's wearing cowboy boots, no cowboy hat. That's the opposite of what I'm doing. Like, if you see me in a bar, you want, like, I am the perfect person for you to fight.
Right.
But if you see a guy who's wearing just the boots, not trying to show off with a cowboy hat, that dude he will fuck you up.
Yes.
He will throw you into a grain combine.
4, when he turned to his buddy and said, "Which one do you want?"
Yeah.
That should have been a quick de-escalation. My bad, guys, because that was a line out of a Steven Seagal movie where they just start ripping people's hearts out of their chest.
5, and most importantly,
Do you look like he was on steroids?
cauliflower ears.
Yes.
That is the number one.
Well, yeah, that's
Stay
that's
the
actually
fuck
one.
away.
Yeah, that's actually
So
cauliflower ears.
that doesn't even
actually-
You might not have been able to see his ear though. 'cause
Yeah,
he
I
had long
couldn't
hair.
actually see the people said cauliflower ear. I didn't see the cauliflower ear.
You just assume because
But
of
that's-
wrestling. But yeah,
with that hair, I assume
That's
cauliflower
like the
ear.
oldest. That's the oldest rule in the book. Like if a guy has cauliflower ear, stay far away.
Well, we
That's
actually discussed
experience.
this, I think, a few years ago on the podcast, Big Cat, but it would be a great business idea for a clinic to open up that would give you cosmetic cauliflower ears.
that's what they should
so
do
that
for the
you look
simp
tough.
kid.
Yeah, we call it. What was it? Beethoven,
Yeah.
who went deaf? 'Cause, yeah, he got his ears boxed in. Call
Yeah.
it Beethoven's.
Yeah, call it Beethoven's. Come to Beethoven's, and you look tough as fuck.
So wait, those are hot seats.
Those are my hot seats. My cool throne is Bobby Shmurda,
Oh,
rapper, got
No
out of
cap.
jail today.
back.
Sure.
The cap fell.
Oh no, yeah. So big day for rap.
Yeah.
Huge
Huge
day.
day.
I mean, we've been
Cool throw on the schmutty dance.
waiting for this day.
DaBaby
Right.
didn't die, did he?
No,
Okay, somebody started that rumor on Billy's Twitch stream last night.
What?
Yeah.
JoJo Siwa might come after him, so that could happen soon. But
Okay. My best DaBaby story that I always tell is that I saw him landing a helicopter in a strip club parking lot.
Wait, do you have
that was Lil
multiple?
Baby.
No, that was DaBaby.
Do you have multiple DaBaby stories?
No, that's my best one. my second
Implies that you have multiple.
no, my second best one is right now when I got DaBaby confused with Lil Baby.
It's Lil Baby.
Not
What's
as
the
good a
difference
story.
between them?
one is Da, one is Lil.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure I saw DaBaby. I don't think Lil
was
Baby
up-
could afford a helicopter landing in a strip club parking lot.
Oh yeah.
That's a DaBaby. Oh, is it? He's
Lil
bigger?
Baby's way bigger? Okay. That's
Okay.
confusing. You would understand why, like, the littlest baby being bigger than Da Baby. Da Baby,
Yeah.
there's only one. He is the baby.
I think there's
Little Baby, there's a lot of little babies.
a THA baby too.
The
Whoa.
A lot of babies.
Okay.
What about Big Baby?
That's Glenn Davis. He's retired.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Good point.
All right. PFT.
My hot seat is Daniel Snyder, the owner of the Washington football team, because it sounds like Jeff Bezos, the richest man in the world, wants to buy the Washington football team, wants to become the majority owner of the team. So there's some reports. There's a lot of, you know what there is? There's a ton of scuttlebutt out there. There's chatter.
Yep.
There's a lot of chatter that Jeff Bezos has been in discussions with different financing groups, although I don't know why he would need to like involve anybody else in this process. If you're
Well, none
the
of them
richest
pay
man in the
cash.
world,
They all just get financing.
I guess so. But like, that's kind of a beta move. If you're the richest person in the world and you choose to like waste time financing a sale when you could just like write one check, hand it to him.
I don't know if he could. I never understand this stuff. When I see people with roses in their Twitter username being like, if Jeff Bezos just emptied out his savings account, he could, cure world hunger. I don't think that's how it works.
So
I don't think he's liquid like that.
Right. Well, he's
like
pretty
Top Shot.
liquid.
He's got a bunch of
I've
cards.
seen some of those
Yeah,
texts.
no, I think actually if he did get liquid, it would like crumble the world's markets.
Right. Yeah, no, I think that part's real. Like, if he went to the bank and he was like, "I'll take $80 billion,"
and he wants to, and he also wants to, like, if he's like, "I want to sell all my stock and cash out everything."
Yeah,
I think the whole world. Would
okay,
explode.
so yeah, it does make sense that he would have to involve other people. And
why use your money when you can use other people's money?
Right, you don't get rich by not borrowing when interest rates are at historic lows.
Correct.
Big Cat. So he's trying to buy the Washington football team allegedly. Dan Snyder said he's not going to sell.
I believe him.
I believe him too. But if Jeff Bezos, who is the richest man in the world, wants to pay like $6-7 billion for an NFL franchise, if Dan Snyder doesn't want to sell, still at that point, you're going to see all the owners, all the rest of the owners in the league, try their very best to push Dan Snyder out, because that will make all of their franchises increase by like another $1 billion. So like these dudes, these rich dudes, they'll band together and they'll act as one when it's in all their interests. But when there's like 30 other dudes that are going to benefit and Dan Snyder's not, they're going to turn on Dan Snyder so quick.
But the problem is Dan Snyder probably knows some shit about every single owner that he could then just release.
Yeah, and
Dan Snyder does feel like one. If you had to make a list of spite owners, he's probably at the top of it.
So I would agree with you if we were talking about Jerry Jones. But Dan Snyder, I don't think he's smart enough. Or the people that he would hire to collect dirt on other people, I think would just end up being yes men and not do. They just end up playing basketball and doing cocaine off each other's bodies.
Okay, but here's another counterpoint though. If you're Jerry Jones, Dan Snyder being in the division, you want to keep that there.
It's
Rather having Jeff Bezos own a team and like put robots in charge of everything and automate it and win all the games.
And Jeff Bezos would have access to all the Amazon Web Services next-gen stats.
Mm-hmm.
That would be a great scouting department. So I will say I would much rather have. I really want Jeff Bezos to own the football team.
I think everyone would want.
It's been my dream. It would effectively put an end to my dream of one day owning the team. But I would accept this, and I would go far as to say I will only shop. I will only consume things that I buy from Amazon for Jeff Bezos.
Brave.
So Jeff, that's another $3,000 in your pocket for the next year.
That's
I'll do it for a calendar
rice.
A calendar year. It's your call, Jeff. Do you want my money or not?
Yeah.
Court me, Jeff. My cool throne is accountability, because the kid apologized to Cam Newton, the kid from the 7-on-7 camp. Said he was sorry.
Like the wheels are in motion.
Said he was very sorry about it, and
now Cam's gonna mentor him.
Cam might bring him under his wing. Cam's absolutely going to meet up with this kid.
You think?
Yeah.
No, so I've looked into this. Cam Newton talks a lot of shit at these 7-on-7 camps, like a ton. So honestly, if he was talking shit to that kid and that kid came back at him, take what you dish out.
Yeah.
I don't feel bad for Cam anymore.
I actually think that the real problem here is 7-on-7 football. I think that the kid's not afraid of getting pancaked by a defensive tackle, and then he learns that there are no consequences in life. Next thing you know, he's talking shit to an all-pro quarterback.
No, 7-on-7 is beautiful. It gives you the reps in the passing game.
Yeah, if you hate linemen,
but when
you hate the real beauty of the game like us.
Well, it's extra on top of that. 7-on-7 is a beautiful concept.
I don't know about that, Billy.
I love 7-on-7.
You don't like running? You don't like power rushing attack?
He doesn't like being rushed.
Well, that's a different. There's sometimes not game modes, but like formations where it's solely running.
I like old school football with big uglies up front. I like Wisconsin versus Stanford games.
Mm-hmm. With Army watching.
Yeah.
In the stands.
Army providing security.
Yes.
7-on-7 is awesome.
Yeah, so I think that it is going to happen. I think Cam is going to absolutely reach out to this kid, take him under his wing.
Yep.
But still, if I were Cam, that was your one chance to just clock a kid.
Yes.
And no one would have ever blamed you. And
yes.
I honestly, I had this debate over the weekend. I've been thinking a lot about it. I think that I could beat up any 10-year-old in the country. Probably the world. I don't think that there's a 10-year-old in the world whose ass I couldn't kick.
Okay, so...
Nope, I already disagree.
Yeah, I disagree.
I'll send you this kid's Instagram.
Have you seen a 10-year-old recently?
No, all right, so I'm going to throw some out there. I'm going to throw some
I saw this kid boxing with Will Terrio.
I did a Google image search of world's strongest 10-year-olds.
Okay, all right.
And they're
PFT,
still little bitches.
Let me just throw this out there.
Yeah.
We've had Aaron Donald on the show. Last time didn't go so well. We've had DK Metcalf on the show, who's great. Those guys both said that they were benching insane amounts of weight at 10 years old.
Not at 10 years old.
Let me throw another one at you. Khabib.
I'm stronger.
Khabib was wrestling bears when he was like 7.
But they were the friendly bears.
But there's a kid.
The bears in Russia are like just the squirrels on college campuses. They're
Kazakhstan
so
or Turkestan or one of the stands that could kick your ass.
not at 10 years old. I think I could beat up any 10-year-old in the entire world. They get small little bones. I'd outweigh almost all of them, if not all of them. Now, once you bump it up to like 12, then there are a ton of those kids that could kick my ass.
How old is Kendrick Perkins' kid?
Pre-puberty, I could defeat any 10-year-old in the world.
How old is Kendrick Perkins' kid? That kid's a fucking
this
beast.
guy kick your ass.
The viral video from last January, he was in 2nd grade, which means he'd be in 3rd grade now.
He's taller than you in 2nd grade.
How
3rd grade is like...
Wait, how tall is he?
He's tall. He's like 5'10". And
In
we know
2nd
Billy
grade?
could. Yeah, he's enormous.
But he doesn't have the aggression. He's a 10-year-old.
I think he might.
Kendrick
Perkins put it in him.
No, I would kick Kendrick Perkins' son's ass.
He was
Oh my
8
God,
last
this kid would
January, so
fuck
he's
you
9
up.
now.
Dude,
This kid might be older than 10 though.
This kid would fuck you up. But
He's-
even
but the
if he's
article
older than
says
10 a
8 years
year
old
ago,
last
he would
January.
fuck him up.
No, because
they're
then that's
lying.
when you really hit your growth.
I'm gonna be honest. A 10-year-old wrestler could definitely take you down.
Absolutely not.
Like, you look like the O. You look like the OU.
I'm
kid.
way better at wrestling than I am at fighting. I would submit that kid. I would smother
This
him.
kid would fuck you up.
I would
His
put
hands
I would
be
put him
fast.
in a fucking full Nelson, make him cry for his mom.
All right, my hot seat is
Not that I want to do any of that, but I'm
Sounds
just
like
saying,
you
like,
do.
if it's like, you know, Andy Kaufman was the intergender wrestling champion of the entire world, like I could be the child man boxing champion of the world.
I mean, people forget I am actually the belt holder in women's arm wrestling.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's not a brag. It's a fact. I won the belt. Fact. Strong man. Strong. Big. Felt like a. She actually said that to me after. She's like, "You feel like a big, strong man now." I was like, "Yeah, actually,
Yeah,
I do."
yeah,
like, totally.
I got a belt.
All right, hot seat. Us, Barack Obama and Bruce Springsteen have a podcast. I think this is the end of. I think this is the end of the bubble.
Yeah. Is it actually called Born in the USA?
I don't know, but it is.
Because that would be a great name for it if it's
in
not.
a great troll by
Yes.
Barry. Yeah, it is the end. It's the end of the bubble. I would say, wouldn't you put it out there? Like if you had to, if 5 years ago I asked you what would be the apex of podcasting, I think it'd be Barack Obama and Bruce Springsteen doing a podcast.
And his fucking show came out on the same day as my new show.
What do those guys even talk about? Like, so you're really rich. So
Yeah,
I think
you're
the first
really
one they
rich?
did like a deep dive on Alex Jones.
Oh yeah, that's right. They
Yeah.
did.
God damn it. What if that's what it was and Obama was like, well, he was right.
Yeah.
When you're right, you're right.
Fuck, that's I
almost got
saw
us.
it. I was like, oh man. Then my cool throw is Bartolo Colon because he hit a fucking dinger and didn't touch home plate, but that doesn't matter.
Yeah.
He talks about it with Whitney, but like the settings and the aesthetics of that home run made it a million times better. Like they're in the middle of a
Incredible.
jungle.
Yes, Bartolo Colon is gonna be like a folk hero. I hope we just get these videos from him every 3 years for the next 40 years.
He
Where it's
already
like,
is,
Could he
yeah.
just come back? Oh, he might be able to come back. I bet you he could. I bet you could give you some innings.
Was that
still.
his inter-family annual baseball game?
Yes,
like how
I
they do
think
the
so.
Turkey Bowl? It's just his secret family versus real one?
Yes. Billy, go ahead.
My hot seat's Meek Mill. Vanessa Bryant is very angry at Meek Mill for some of his leaked lyrics.
Yeah.
And those lyrics are
Cool topic, Billy.
what?
No, go ahead.
Go off.
Yeah, and if I ever lack, I'm going out with my chopper. It'd be another Kobe. So he's in very hot water for those lyrics. And El Chapo's wife has been arrested for drug charges.
Billy is.
What'd she do?
Billy's learning, by the way. Billy's learning that if he just picks the least funny topics, we won't steal them.
That's true.
This
That's
is-
very true.
Meek Mill has made insensitive remarks about Kobe Bryant, and Kobe Bryant's grieving widow, is upset. That is my topic.
What if Billy became our Tom Rinaldi, where he did like every sob story just so that we couldn't like make fun of him for it? Yeah,
It's genius. Yo, by the way, El Chapo's wife's mugshot,
yeah,
hot,
yeah, pretty good.
hot. Can you say that?
No, you can't. Dude, you live like right next to El Chapo, don't you?
Attractive. Oh yeah, he is in. Is he still in Brooklyn?
No, I think they sent him
Is
out
he
to
Rikers?
the Alcatraz of the Rockies.
Yeah.
Remember that? He's in like Denver somewhere.
No, respectfully,
sign
I
off,
think
right?
listen, it's hard to look good in a mugshot. She looked good.
My cool throne is
She's also probably ride or die.
Yeah, you think?
Yeah,
I don't think there's a.
there's
I
no
think
more
that's-
ride or die.
I
woman
think
out
that's
there.
actually the option.
Yeah,
You either ride or you die.
true. She's ride.
My cool throne is Steven Adams. He recently has moved to New Orleans and has taken up work work farming worms. He says it completes the cycle. He bought 5 pounds of nightcrawler worms, and he now estimates to have over 20 pounds of worms, which he uses to recycle his food leftovers.
Okay.
He says that the recent cold snap has been really terrible for production, but he says that he's really enjoying his new home in New Orleans.
Okay, that's
Okay,
great.
Billy.
I would imagine that the Stephen Adams family that lives in New Zealand would be like, Billy would probably worship them as gods, because they're all like, I think they average somewhere between 6'7" and 6'10" in height.
Yep.
They're all like 300 pounds, and his sister
He's
is one of the bigger ones because she's strong as shit. She's a shot putter in the Olympics.
Mm-hmm.
And so it's a family of like 9 giants that just roam the plains of New Zealand, and they do cool stuff with animals. I feel like that's like your ideal situation.
That's pretty awesome.
Yeah, I want to introduce you to them.
That's your heaven.
We actually do need to get Stephen Adams on the show. He's been one of the people that we've wanted on forever.
And he's so down to earth.
Yeah.
He's such a chill guy.
I would love to have
he's
him.
literally a worm farmer.
Yeah.
You can't be more down to earth. Right?
It's
deep,
very good
but
point.
yeah, it's
How
very-
many, how
really
many
is.
Kate Upton boobs, Billy? Billy
Okay,
doesn't
all
do
right, here we
comedy
go.
anymore.
Let's get to our interviews. We got Max Homa first, and we have Arian Foster. HelloFresh. You got to check out HelloFresh. HelloFresh cuts out what?
What about Jake?
We sometimes do it, sometimes don't, depending on how
Yeah,
long it goes.
Just depending on the show.
Yeah.
I'm always ready.
Okay.
Yeah.
But no worries. No hard feelings.
All right. HelloFresh cuts out stressful meal planning and grocery store trips so you can enjoy cooking and get dinner on the table in about 30 minutes or less. HelloFresh offers 25-plus recipes each week featuring a range of flavors, cuisines, and ingredients, so you'll never get bored. We've got some HelloFresh. It's great. Really good tasting food. Easy to cook. And maybe get yourself back on that good diet going into 2021. Summer's coming up. Make sure that you're eating well with HelloFresh. Cut down on those grocery bills by saving up to 40% as well. I had a chicken meal the other night. It was delicious, and I felt good. I felt light on my feet. So go check them out. HelloFresh.com/PMT. Go to HelloFresh.com/PMT. Use code PMT10. Sorry, it's HelloFresh.com/PMT10. Use code PMT10 for 10 free meals, including free shipping. HelloFresh.com/PMT10 and use code PMT10 for 10 free meals. We're giving you 10 free meals, including free shipping. Once you get your first meal, you'll be hooked. It just takes every time you get home from a hard day's work, you're like, oh, what do I want for dinner? You're probably eating poorly because you're doing whatever's easy and convenient. Well, this is easy and convenient, and it's good for you. That's the beauty of HelloFresh. HelloFresh.com/PMT10. Use code PMT10 for 10 free meals. Start eating well. Start feeling better. Start cooking your own meals. They're super easy to use, and they are delicious. HelloFresh. So HelloFresh.com/PMT10 for 10 free meals, including free shipping. Also, we're brought to you by our friends at Muggsy Jeans. I'm always wearing Muggsy Jeans. You'll never see me in anything but Muggsy Jeans. And guess what? We worked with the team at Muggsy to make 2 special edition, pardon my take, pairs of jeans. We're calling them the Clutch Jeans, and they're pretty awesome. The Clutch Jeans come in 2 washes, a light and a dark, and have a sweet, pardon my take, patch. It's got me, PFD, Stella, Hank. It's our logo on the patch. It's fucking cool. And it's not like in your face. And guess what? Muggsy jeans are just the best anyway. I wear them all the time. They feel like sweatpants. They are super comfortable, flexible to wear, look good, feel good. That's Muggsy jeans. The secret sauce is Muggsy's proprietary stretch denim that's super flexible and insanely comfortable. You can bend over in them, lunge around, have a nice Sunday on the couch, or do literally whatever you want and always be comfy. People always shame me because I wear jeans at home on the couch, and they're like, how could you do that? Well, guess what? It's Muggsy jeans, so it's basically like wearing sweatpants. Muggsy is so confident you'll love their jeans. They do free shipping and returns, so your comfort is 100% guaranteed. Do your legs a favor. Head to Muggsy.com/PMT. That's Muggsy, MUGSY.com/PMT to check out Muggsy's full lineup of ridiculously comfortable jeans and chinos. Even if you weren't born with the Clutch jean, you can grab some Clutch jeans and support the official Pardon My Take and Muggsy collab today. Okay, here he is, Max Homa. All right, we now welcome on our good friend Max Homa, fresh off of the Genesis Open Championship. Some people are calling it the 5th major. $1.67 million. Now, we had to restart the Zoom call, but I got to ask again for the people. you give your caddy what, 10%? Have you thought about maybe bumping it up because he gave you a little extra? Oh no, are you kidding me? Are you still there?
I'm here.
Oh,
okay.
fuck.
Still,
Oh,
I think.
The computer changed.
the computer changed.
Can you take a look?
This is a disaster.
You're still there.
Now, I feel like I should be talking like this. So
No, you actually sound way better this time, but the computer just changed.
Okay.
All right, there
Okay,
we
we
go.
got you.
All right, 1.67 million. Your caddy did get you out of that tree shot, right? So you're not going to give him a little more than 10%?
Yeah, like I'm just not probably. I might buy him a beer, but
There you go. Full tank of gas.
Love Joe. I love Joe, but unfortunately, he agreed to 10%. He should have agreed to like 10% plus.
Yes.
But I think he's fairly happy. So I think we'll be all right.
Yeah.
It's a decent payday for him, and everybody was rooting for you. I don't think that. I mean, obviously, Tony is a very likable guy, and a lot of people are pulling for him too. But like, at least on my Twitter feed, I saw just a bunch of people that have gotten to know you from Twitter, just very excited to see you excelling like this. And you've been playing really good golf the last several weeks, so it was awesome to see you win. Who was the coolest person that you saw wish you congratulations? Was it Big Cat or Aaron Rodgers?
Well, it's tough.
No, that's
You got
not
to pick
tough.
one. You got to pick
That's
one.
not tough, Max.
Just say Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah, it was definitely Aaron Rodgers.
Fuck that guy. Fuck that guy. He didn't mean it. You
Oh,
know he
man.
didn't mean it. He did not mean it. He just said it because it was cool to say. He didn't
It
fucking mean it.
totally sounded like he meant it.
I actually didn't congratulate you. I just said, let's go.
Fair.
Yeah.
PMT kind of congratulated me by telling me I'm no longer a man.
Yeah, I took your man card. You were crying on national television.
Wiped it. I know, so embarrassing.
Yeah, so, all right. So, the 18th, I want to talk about that real quick. My theory is you fucked up that putt because at some point in a tournament, you at least have the thought pop in your head like, man, I've roasted a lot of people on Twitter. Wonder what they're saying right now. Is there any truth to that?
Yeah, that's 100% what I was thinking. I was like, I feel like I'm a philanthropic guy. I got to give something back to the community. Here's an olive branch of me sucking, and you guys can all just have fun with it. Also, I was thinking about this yesterday. The Dodgers took, 6 years to figure out how to put it together with a lot of, relatable moments like that. So I was like, oh, maybe I'll throw in one more just absolute blunder and see if I can get myself out of it.
Yeah. I mean, you did overcome that adversity, and after you missed that putt, I was just like, oh no, there's no way that this is happening, because you got to be able to bounce back like super fast. How long did you give yourself to be like upset and mad at yourself for missing that putt, and how long did it take you to like snap back in and be like, okay, I can do this, I can actually win the tournament?
Yeah, it was weird. I actually got out of it pretty quick. I kind of laughed. I told Joe I choked, and he's like, "No, you're good. Like, we'll go win it in the playoff." So it kind of didn't sit with me. I was just more like embarrassed, kind of, because like Tiger Woods is up there on the hill. He's about to give out the trophy, and he's like the clutchest human ever. So I was like, man, that's not a great look in front of him. But I don't know. I felt so calm yesterday. It was hard to lose like that edge I had. And even one bad putt, it didn't feel like it changed everything to me. And it was pretty fun I'd never been in a playoff before, so I had to kind of see what that was like. Just got to test the waters.
Yeah, you should actually give your caddy more just because him saying like, oh no, you're good, because you did choke. That was a choke putt.
Hell yeah.
I tweeted right away. I was like, oh no, Max, how the hell can you come back on Twitter? Like, if you lost that, I mean,
oh yeah,
you
shut it down.
There is that part of it. So do you ever think about, like, does your mind wander at all playing 72 holes? Like, are there times when you're playing and you just are thinking about something else, or is it laser focus? It's impossible to have laser focus for 72 holes, right?
No, dude, I never break my focus. No, I'm just playing. I space out. I definitely didn't think, I will say, I guess this is good for me, because typically I would. I did not think about getting roasted on Twitter after I choked on 18. However, I do think about that at times when I hit like a really bad shot. I'm like, oh no. I mean, I've put myself out there. Like I unfortunately deserve it.
Yeah.
So I never thought about that. But yeah, had I lost it, that would have been a long. I think I just have to unsubscribe from Twitter. I might just have to become like a TikTok influencer or something.
No, I think the move is, if that ever happens, if you ever find yourself in that situation, I think you come back on Twitter right away and you just start talking about something totally different. Like, be like, who's pumped for this Nets Clippers game tonight? Yeah. And just ignore it. That's the way to deal with it, and just let everyone else, because people will roast you no matter what. But if you play into it being like, no, I'm here to just tweet every fucking dribble of this game, they'll catch on, and then you become a hero again.
That's actually a really good angle. Yeah, just become like the sports better guy on Twitter. Be like, oh, I love the Nets plus -6.5 tonight. It's a lock of the century, 5-star play.
That's actually it's a genius idea to become a sports tout, because then every bet that you miss, that's what people are talking about. Like, wow, Max really sucks at gambling. Everyone forgets about the fact that you missed that putt on 18.
What a loser.
Yeah, yeah.
Yes.
The shot, the tree shot, you alluded to it earlier. When I saw the ball next to the tree, I was like, if I was Max, I would say that it's impacted, that the ball is just sunk into the ground. Maybe call over a rules official after you already move it. Like, how does that play out? Like, when you're talking about the strategy with your caddy, how do you guys decide what to do in that moment?
That's a great question. Didn't think it plugged. Didn't really try that angle. Mm-hmm. He didn't really know what I was trying to do. He thought I was just trying to hit it like right of the green and then like hopefully make a long putt or chip it in or whatever. And I had this weird feeling I was going to be able to hook it. So we kind of talked it out, but on shots like that, I feel like in that situation, it was kind of like, you just got to trust me a little bit. And I don't know how to explain what I'm about to do, but it might be cool. So just, I don't know, just trust me for once.
Yeah, I like that. Send it. So you said that was the first time you were in an overtime playoff. Did you talk to Tony Finau after? Like, is it just a quick handshake and that's it? Or do you see him after in the clubhouse or anything?
No, I didn't get to talk to him. I mean, I like Tony. Tony's like you said, PFT is like a fan favorite and a player favorite. He's the greatest dude. And I know he's not had a lot of luck winning. He's played some amazing golf. So I felt his pain a little bit. But I didn't, there's not a lot to say at that point, but I mean, he's a insanely good golfer. I was fortunate, obviously, to come out yesterday on top, but I mean, it's weird. It's weird. Like I like golf. Like when I watch golf at home at times, I keep up with it and like root for somebody like Tony all the time. And then all of a sudden you're in a playoff with the dude and you kind of have to be in the front row seat. It's a kind of a weird juxtaposition. There's a big word for you. And I don't know, it did not suck. I'd be lying if I said, I was really bummed out, but I mean, it was a weird feeling.
Well, and I asked that just because, with golf, a lot of times the guy, a guy will win and the person he's playing with is not even in the, you know what I mean? Like you fall back or whatever. So it's not this like, hey, we're actually shaking hands. I beat you one-on-one here. But when you get to the playoff, you do have that moment. It's got to feel a little out of the ordinary because that's not how it usually goes with golf. You beat the field. It's not, I just beat you one-on-one and now we're shaking hands.
Yeah, it's not like the who was it, Harbaugh and the coach of the Lions, where
Jim
they
Schwartz,
pretty much just like chest bumped. And,
yes,
yeah,
yes.
That was sick.
Yes.
Golf needs more of that. Just have people bodying each other.
Yes,
I like that.
I'm
all
for that.
And then you tweeted afterwards. You said, "I spent over a dozen years trying to get Tiger to give me a high five at Riviera, and today he handed me a trophy. Haha, what a world. #golf." First of all, great job using the #golf. You are an expert on Twitter, obviously. And then second of all, did you get a high five from Tiger, or did he just give you the trophy?
Actually, I did not get a high five. I got the fist bump. But it was cool, man. The little tech golf, that is like the easiest way to get, I think, attractions in the golf community. I got a podcast with my buddy Shane Bacon called Get a Grip. So we started this #golf thing, and it's like the dumbest but simplest thing because, I mean, you can on anything. If you just say like, hey, Christian Yelich hit a home run, like #baseball.
Yeah.
The normal people are going to think it's funny. And then like kind of the diehards are going to be like, oh, nice. I could search #baseball and find this tweet about Christian Yelich's home run. So it was kind of one of those things where it's like, I came full circle. I watched that dude play at that golf course like a million times. And then to be like standing on a green while he's like, hey, congratulations, you won. I was like, yeah, it's this is not how I saw all this going. Even as like a kid, it was super surreal.
Yeah, I would imagine so. So I have to ask, can you win the Masters this year?
We're asking a lot of good questions there, Big Cat. I think I have a better chance than I did last year.
But that was a 0 chance.
Yeah, so I think, I talk about being 1% better, so maybe we're 1-2% now. I think we're climbing. Okay. We're definitely trending.
So you can actually win the Masters.
I can win the Masters. It's definitely possible. I'm just gonna try super hard.
Wait, are you in it? Do you get invited?
Yeah.
Because you won this tournament, or no?
Yes.
Oh, so what else comes with it? I love how this golf, I love the if you win this tournament, then you get invited to this tournament. So what did you get outside of the $1.67 million? Not to brag.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, the 1.67 is sweet. I won a car.
Okay.
I got into the tournament this week, so I gotta fly out to Florida.
No,
Puerto Rico.
It's a Puerto Rican.
Don't play.
You don't want to win that, Max.
No,
I'm
it's not
you.
Puerto Rico. It's the one that's the the main event.
Okay.
Puerto Rico's the other one.
Okay.
Yeah, you don't want the Puerto Rico.
Don't win
shirts.
that one.
Yeah.
Do you guys?
Yeah, I'm not planning on it.
Okay.
Do you guys actually talk about that? Because we just learned about that last night, and so
I was also wrong.
I know.
Dude.
I noticed that when you guys tweeted. I couldn't believe it because it's been like a inside golf world joke, and then Victor Hovland broke it this year, and it's been kind of like a known, untalked about thing for a while. And I saw you guys tweet about it, and I was like, "Oh no, this is getting a lot of traction."
Yes. All right. So you're not playing Puerto Rico. So you got a car. You got the next tournament. What else did you get?
I don't know. My wife got me Chick-fil-A today, so that counts as like a bonus.
Pretty cool.
Okay.
That's great. Did you get
pretty good?
Did you get like a parking spot at the golf course?
Yeah. I just have to carry around my own sign and put it up after I park. Just
Wait, do you get to play in the Genesis Open for life? Do you get like that?
I'll text my best friend Tiger now, and see if I'm allowed now.
Okay.
How does that work when you win a free car? Like, did you have to sit down and fill out paperwork yesterday in order to drive it home, get it registered?
I haven't seen any paperwork. I'm starting to think I'm not getting it.
The car's not real.
Yeah.
It seems like, hey, maybe there's his bonus 10 outside of 10%. He gets this fake car that I've been promised.
Yes. All right. So so the Masters a couple weeks away, or no, it's a couple months away. Are you in the U.S. Open now?
Yeah.
Fuck yeah, dude. You're like a legit golfer now.
Hell yeah, I made it.
Is it too soon?
I have this dream. Every year I have a New Year's resolution to be better at golf than I am at Twitter, and I really think I'm getting close.
Yeah, I would say so. I would agree with you on that.
Is it too soon to start talking about the Ryder Cup?
Mm-hmm.
I don't think it's ever too soon, PFT. We might as well get the buzz out there. They give captain's picks, so I can start my plea for a captain's pick. Give it a shot. See, you gotta throw some bait out there and just see if Captain Stricker will kind of saddle himself up with me. But I don't know. That's one that wasn't really on my radar until like late last year, and now that'd be crazy.
There's buzz.
There's a little buzz. But I think we got a little traction. So hopefully keep playing some good golf. But right now, just kind of got to keep doing the same stuff I've been doing because it's been working pretty well.
I think it's fair to say you are playing the best golf of anybody on tour right now, right? You just won.
Yeah, yes. Technically speaking, I am.
What about that?
I'm playing the best golf.
What have you done for me lately, League?
Yeah.
Yeah, I
the guy.
forgot to practice today, so I guess maybe somebody practiced today. Now they're ahead of me. I don't know how what have you done for me lately crew would think right now, but I get to play this week, so I can stay on pace and hopefully. I mean, I'm sure if I shoot only 1 under on Thursday, I'll get yelled at for sucking, but that's kind of that comes with the territory.
Yeah. What about the approach shot that you hit on 18? Because I don't think that people are talking enough about that because you stuck that within 2.5 feet. You won the tournament. You didn't know you were going to choke it away.
Choked, yeah.
But that shot was the clutchest shot that no one's going to talk about from now on. Like, you kind of got a little bit gypped on that. That should have been your signature moment.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I screwed that up myself. I'm kind of glad they're not talking about this shot as much because then they'd have to talk about what happened right after that shot. So back to the, taking attention away from the choking part. I don't really mind that they're avoiding the 18th hole fiasco.
Yeah.
Okay. Wait, are you in the Open Championship now? I'm looking at
Yeah.
it. You are. You're in all this shit. How does that work? What did you trigger? Is the Genesis Open carry that much weight?
No. It's world ranking stuff.
Got it. So you're 38th ranked right now, and that bumped you up to a point where now you're in all these tournaments?
Basically, I think you got to be top 60, and there's not enough time for me to get out. I don't know. It's something like that.
Okay,
Yeah,
so you're in.
So you can't possibly screw it up. I was going to just recommend you stop playing.
Yeah. If you miss every cut, you're still in. That's what you're saying. Hopefully.
I'll do the math, and if that's possible, I might just sit at home for a few weeks.
Yeah, that's what I would do. Probably why we're not like elite athletes, but that's me and Big Cat's mentality.
We're
it's
just
like,
trying not to drop in the rankings.
nobody move. We got to this point.
Yeah.
I'm with that. I like that.
All right, Max, my last question was, since we've had you on last, the Dodgers had a big free agent signing with Trevor Bauer. Are you a little nervous, though, that you now are the second biggest dick on Twitter in the Dodger community?
Yeah, maybe. That's a good thought. Yeah, we got I saw I got in a fight the other day with Noah Syndergaard.
Yep.
But I like that fire. Trevor went to the my rival high school, so I was like grow up like hating how good he was at baseball. So it's nice to be on his team now. It feels good, but I guess the Dodgers got a little better. This one feels kind of dirty, but I'll take it.
Yeah. No, I mean we've had Trevor on a couple times. People don't like him. I think he's funny and fascinating.
He seems awesome.
He's different.
He's just like literally an internet troll that's great at pitching.
Right.
And so that irritates a lot of people. But I think he's genuine about it. He's like, yeah. I think he even told us like, I just do it for the lols.
Yeah.
And hearing somebody say that in real life, you're like, dude, you are a sentient Reddit account right now.
Right. You're
like,
just the biggest troll in the
You're
world.
online.
Wait, he said that out loud?
Yes, he said that to
He
us.
said those
so
words.
sick.
So you can't hate. Yeah, you can't hate on him. It's like he is a guy who is built to be an internet troll as a living. He just so happens to be able to throw a baseball really well.
I need to put that into my like everyday jargon. It's like I'm just
You don't.
No, do not.
You
Do
don't.
not. It didn't sound cool
At that
when
point,
he said it.
yeah,
No.
you just become like part electronics.
Yeah, do not do that.
Yeah, okay, that's fair.
That you know what you're right now. You're like still a little drunk off the victory. That you're like, I could do this. I could start saying lols and people would be cool with it. Don't. We'll be your sober
that's
test
fair.
here. Yeah. No.
I think when you got the hot hand, you just think you can kind of do anything.
Yeah,
So I
keep
think
it in check a little
this is
bit.
why I got friends like you guys that tell me what I can and cannot do.
Yeah.
I think you'll find your way. You've got a good head on your shoulders. I do have two more questions though. Like things that I'm always interested about golf tournaments. When you win them, I'm always curious about the big checks. Did you get a big check?
So I didn't. I got one from the when I was on the web.com tour, and it was awesome. I was like, oh, this is so cool. And like I did not get one. I was bummed.
That is
That
a bummer.
sucks.
I would demand, but we can send you a big check.
I would rather have the 1.67. Like that is a big check in
Fuck
its own
yeah.
right. Yeah, right.
So
Right.
wait, is that direct deposit or how does that work?
Yeah, tomorrow I
Cash
think
out.
at like 8 a.m. or something.
That's crazy.
And then
Fuck.
I can't wait.
Yeah, that's just a refresh of your bank account. Like, oh, there it is.
Oh yeah.
do you have notifications set up when stuff hits your account? You got to set that up.
Oh yeah.
Because that's going to be a big
I got
one.
when it's incoming. I got a little notification. It's a little ding, and you're like, "Ooh, okay." Tomorrow's
Yes.
gonna be like, "Okay."
That'll be a
Sick.
great day for you. And then the other thing is they kept calling it your home course. How many home courses do you get as a golfer? Because I feel like I've heard of Tiger Woods having like 3 different home courses.
Yeah, you get a lot. I would say that Riviera is definitely not my home course. I wasn't even allowed to play there till my team played national championship in college when I was like 21. So definitely not my home course, just from there. But I think in golf, they definitely throw that around. I'm pretty sure I live in Arizona now. I'm pretty sure they'd say I have 3 home courses here. I probably got 4 in LA and probably 1 random one somewhere else where like maybe I played when I was like a kid or maybe my uncle played one time. So golf, they definitely... We got a lot of bad little sayings, and there's a lot of bad stuff going around about, hey, he's so big, he could be a football player in the NFL, or, it's his home course. And you're like, well, he's been here 3 times in his life. So golf is kind of corny, but I don't know. They're doing their best. I think.
love that stuff. Though.
who's-
That's the interesting part of it.
Does anyone have the Masters, Augusta as their home course? Freddie Couples?
Probably Freddie Couples. I think for a while it was Vaughn Taylor, Charles Howell. I think they said it was his home course. I'm not sure if that's true, but that's pretty sick.
Yeah,
it was Jack's home course, right? Wasn't
yeah,
it?
you could just say that.
Condoleezza Rice. It's Condoleezza Rice's home course.
Patrick Reed.
It is Condoleezza Rice's home course. I'll start saying it. It's my home course. I got a better chance now winning if it's my home course, you know?
Yeah, I
let's
still
go.
don't think you have a good chance, but
I have a chance though, and you just got to remember
but
that.
do
one.
you? But do you?
He does.
I definitely I have a chance.
I'm gonna bet on you, and you better not let me down.
I did bet on you, and you let me down.
All right, just make sure you chirp at me if I do let you down. But if I win,
wait, no, hold on, Max. I didn't even bet on you to win. I bet on you to fucking make the cut.
Oh, I apologize.
I set the bar low, and you still went under it.
Yeah, that was a limbo of a lifetime to miss the cut after all that. But hey, I don't know. I can only go up from here, so that's kind of good.
All right, I'm a believer. You know what? You need someone in your camp to be like, hey, you have no chance. So that way you can't have everyone 100%. Be yes men. Yeah, right.
Yeah, you got to have people hold you accountable, give you bulletin board material. I mean, that's important stuff.
Yeah. So there you go. 0% chance. And I will be betting on you. All right. Well, Max, thanks, man. We really appreciate it. And good luck in Florida, not Puerto Rico, right?
Don't do it.
Not Puerto Rico. Hell no.
All right. Good luck next weekend in Florida, and we'll talk to you before the Masters.
Yeah. Congratulations.
All right. Sounds good.
Yeah.
Thank you. You guys are the best. Appreciate you.
All right. See you, man.
That interview with Max is brought to you by our great friends over at Simply Safe. If you've got 30 free minutes, you never have to worry about a break-in at home ever again. That is how quick and easy it is to set up a security system from Simply Safe. It's the kind of thing that's so easy to do. You can do it during a Netflix binge. You can do it watching the game or listening to a certain podcast. Simply Safe is incredibly easy to customize for your home. You just go to simplysafe.com/PMT. You can choose the exact sensors that you need, or you can get help from one of their experts. It'll get to your house in about a week, which means by this time next week, you and your whole family can go to bed knowing that your home is being guarded. It's easy to assume that everyone in your house already feels safe, but they might not, and it's worthwhile to talk about it. And Simply Safe is a small, easy step to make sure that everyone feels safe at home. So you can go to simplysafe.com/PMT today, customize your system, get a free security camera. You can also start a 60-day risk-free trial, so there's nothing to lose. That's simplysafe.com/PMT. That's simplysafe.com/PMT. And now, here's Arian Foster.
Okay, we now welcome on our good friend, Arian Foster. You can subscribe to Macrodosing with PFT now. It is out on where you can get podcasts. Comes out every Tuesday, talking conspiracy theories, all kinds of cool stuff. We're going to do a Mount Rushmore of sports conspiracy theories. Before we do that, Arian, can I ask you real quick, do you still know anyone in the Texans organization? And holy shit, is that a disaster?
I do know people still there, and I do agree that it's a disaster, man.
Yeah, the Jack Easterby guy, he's quickly become one of my favorite people in all of sports just because he's very clearly Rasputin, right? Like I don't think he has any discernible talent. I watch his stand-up, actually. He is very funny doing stand-up, being like, hey, have you ever noticed that people from California are like this, and then people from Texas are like this? It's pretty high-level shit. I love that guy.
He does stand-up?
Oh, yeah. You haven't seen it?
I have not seen this. Oh, my God. I got it.
Can we put a clip of the stand-up in here, Hank?
Sure, you're going to have to send me the your favorite line.
But then you go up to New York, right? You go up to New York, and I mean, you walk in the stadium, and as soon as you walk in the stadium, what you looking at? What are you looking at? I'm looking at the game. I mean, there's a game. What are you looking at? What's up, kid? What you looking at, son? Not your kid, not your son. Just here for the game, bro. Like, chill out, man. It ain't that serious, right? And then where I'm at, like in Boston, right? Everybody says this phrase, and it's huge. It's like, yo, we got to go park the car. Like, we got to do what? What are you talking about? We got to go park the car.
It's amazing. So, yeah, he's like a stand-up comedian, but he's just like a guy that got the ear of the entire organization, and they're just kind of turned it all over to him. Do you know anybody that works with Jack Easterby?
No, the first time I heard of him was actually when Andre Johnson sent that tweet out, and I got like thousands of like, yo, look at this, because Dre don't really talk that much. And so everybody's like, Jack Easterby has to go. And I was like, who the fuck is Jack Easterby? And I had no idea who he was. I had never met him, never heard of him. And I guess he's like, I don't even know what his job title is, but I guess he's like running shit. I have no idea.
He
That's
went
the
from
weirdest shit I've ever seen.
Yeah, like Team Chapel to basically calling all the shots.
I mean, if you're gonna do it, that's the guy to do it. I have no idea.
He's
so
crazy.
awkward.
It's
I
very,
have
very
no
weird.
idea.
He's an extremely talented cod man, from what it
Yes.
sounds like. So I respect that.
All right, so in the spirit of macrodosing, we're gonna do our favorite sports conspiracy theories. We all have one. Then we'll pick the top 4. So how do we want to start? Who do we want to start? You want to start PFT? Let's go PFT, Arian, Hank, Jake, Billy, and then I'll finish, and then we'll pick our top 4 from there.
Okay, my conspiracy is the Kurt Schilling sock, because there's actually like some smoke to that. There's some evidence that the blood on the sock was not actually blood. It was Game 6 of the 2004 ALCS, and he was pitching like with an obvious injury. I think that part was real. I think that he had like a heel Achilles type injury that he had just gotten sutures on, but then his foot started to leak. It just like it took over his entire sock. He was bleeding so badly, he would have had to have like a 6-inch gash on the back of his heel, and pitched through the game.
What do you mean?
So yeah, this one I feel like this is a. Do you think that you actually think that it was a catch-up?
I think that it was fake. Yeah, I think that was fake. So then 2007, the play-by-play announcer for the Orioles was, or the color guy for the Orioles was Doug Mirabelli. And Doug Mirabelli said that it was paint. That it was red paint that he put on his sock. He said that during a broadcast. And then Schilling was like, he got really pissed off about it. He was like, it wasn't paint, it was real blood. But they still haven't tested the sock. They need to,
They
what?
have the sock. The Hall of Fame has the sock.
You know what?
So yeah, they should test it.
They should say, if we test the sock and it's all blood, then Kurt Schilling can get in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
I'd be willing to do that.
Yeah.
But I think that there was probably like a little bit of blood on there. So there's probably like a kernel of truth to that conspiracy. But I do think that it's a shitload of paint that got put back there to make Kurt Schilling look like he was, pitching his absolute balls off.
But walk me through. So you're Kurt Schilling going into the biggest game of your entire life against the Yankees in Yankee Stadium, trying to make the greatest comeback, and no one believes in you.
Yeah.
You're focused on the game, but you decide to think, let me, take time in between innings to get some blood and put it on my sock, which is already injured. Like he was limping around. He was clearly hurt.
Yeah, what part of
Why
Kurt
would he-
Schilling's
why would he
brain
do that?
makes you think that he would be
This
thinking
is
about
true.
this from a rational point of
But
view?
that is a good point.
Kurt Schilling definitely got crazier.
Yes.
So that you can't be like fully. It's not today's Kurt Schilling.
But he was always a little bit crazy. So when Kurt Schilling got to Boston,
I would say more independent thinker.
He's a free thinker. Nothing's out of bounds. When he got to Boston, people forget one of the very first things they did in Boston was he saw a drunk driver on the freeway and followed that person home on the phone with 911, being like, "Yo, there's a drunk person on the road, and I'm going to give you the location. And I'm not going to leave until a cop comes up here." So that's
Oh my
God. You could make that argument that like maybe if the person was going to be a danger to themselves or others, that it was a good thing that he did. I could hear that argument, but then he did a press tour afterwards and went on like every radio station in Boston, was like, "Hey, I just narked on this drunk driver last night. Do you want to interview me about it?" So like he's always been a little bit off his rocker when it comes to that sort of shit.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, let's throw it in there. Yeah, that's the first one. I mean, we're gonna vote on the top 4 after this. So bloody sock game.
What do you think about that one, Aaron?
Do they have the sock still? Is that like really a thing? Is the sock like somewhere?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's in the Hall of Fame.
It's in Cooperstown.
Yeah.
The sock they got to test the sock.
Yeah, they have to test the sock. That would be. I mean,
Got to test the sock.
it would be great theater to do like a big live stream of the sock being tested. Mm-hmm. So
I'm telling you, like Kurt Schilling in. If that sock is real and his leg was leaking that badly during one of the most important playoff games in baseball history, and he pitched that well, I say that should make the case for him to be in the Hall of Fame on its own.
Yes, I'd agree with that. All right, so go ahead.
What
Aaron.
was his injury? What was his injury that they said that
What
caused
was
him to
it?
bleed like that? Did
So
they say?
he had
Like his Achilles or his ankle.
Yeah, it was his Achilles and ankle. He had just had like some sutures put in. So
Okay.
he had a real injury, but they said that it was the sutures that started to leak. I've seen some pretty gruesome foot injuries in my day. I actually survived one of my own. I've never seen a foot bleed like that from just stitches coming out.
Loose angle tendon back into the skin. Emergency procedure.
Whew. Doesn't sound great.
So he had an Achilles, like I'm guessing a tear or a partial tear.
But the team doctors also didn't it was done at the last minute, so like they kind of hacked it together.
Well,
which is why it was.
It doesn't seem
apart.
like a team doctor thing to do. Like he went into the dugout and Pedro Martinez rubbed some of that juice that they all sipped on over to try to give you more vitality. You remember that juice? I love the conspiracy about that juice.
Which juice?
But so before Game 7, when they passed around that cup, they said it was whiskey.
Mm-hmm.
It was actually like a Dominican drink that is supposed to give you like more vitality and increase your testosterone. It's got like herbs and weird shit in there that's supposed to basically
selling it.
Give you boners.
Yeah.
When you go out onto the field. So I don't know, maybe they rubbed that on it to help it out. But that I do think that conspiracy theory is true. I think that there was paint at least mixed into the sock.
Okay, so Arian, what's your sports conspiracy theory? We got one down.
Right. All right. So it's kind of like a conglomeration of conspiracies, but it's the same thing. So Michael Jordan's gambling thing, right? Because a lot of things have manifested from it. So like the reason why he retired originally in '93 was because he got suspended for gambling, right? And then a little bit more like deep was that his father actually died because he was a gambling debt. And so it's like just the whole lore around Michael Jordan's gambling is intriguing.
And that caused him to retire from the league and play baseball.
Yeah, that David Stern sat him down and was like, "Hey, you have to take a step back because your gambling's out of control."
I heard he got, well, I ain't heard, but how this conspiracy goes is that they actually suspended him, but they just kept it under wraps because it would have been bad for the league.
So the only thing that doesn't I wouldn't understand about that is that would eventually get out, right? Like someone would talk about that. Like that would be
sure.
You would.
I should have.
Yeah. Go ahead. Sorry.
I was saying I should have prefaced it with I don't believe this shit, but there's just so much lore around it. And it's intriguing.
Well, it's one of those situations where Michael Jordan clearly loves to gamble. His father was murdered, and it was under weird circumstances. And then it feels like it's one of those conspiracy theories that there's enough elements that are truthful that I don't think he was actually suspended or told to quit basketball because of his gambling, but there's enough around it that is true that lets you be like, okay, maybe this was actually true. Which is actually the perfect what the perfect conspiracy theory has.
I think the only way that it could have worked is if it was like David Stern and one of his top assistants found out from somebody who was close to whoever Michael Jordan owed the money to. Found out the ridiculous sum that it might have been. And then he had a one-on-one meeting with Jordan, told Jordan, and he's like, just say that you're retiring, don't tell anyone else. And then Jordan just acted like he was retiring and came back after he paid his debts off. Right. That possibly could have worked out. But yeah, it was a bizarre set of circumstances for sure.
And he clearly, he admitted himself. He had a competition problem. He didn't have a gambling problem, he had a competition problem.
Totally different.
Yes.
That's a euphemism. I love
it. Yes. All right, Hank, your conspiracy theory.
My conspiracy theory, just because I think this would be a great movie, especially if you involve the actual person. But Cal Ripken, in the middle of his streak, got in a fight with Kevin Costner, wasn't going to be able to play because Kevin Costner was hooking up with his wife, and the Orioles said there was a power outage and canceled the game to keep the streak alive.
Yep.
That's a great one.
All-time conspiracy theory.
And imagine if they got Kevin Costner to, be in the movie.
Yeah. To play. Wait, would he play Cal Ripken? Because he loves playing athletes.
True.
That would be great if he played Cal Ripken. What if? Okay. So that one, we had Cal Ripken on the show a while ago, and we were told don't ask the question about Kevin Costner and his wife going into the interview, and we didn't know the conspiracy or maybe we had heard of it, but we definitely weren't going to ask him hey, did you catch Kevin Costner fucking your wife during our interview? But they told us not to, and he actually brought it up during the interview because we were talking about weird theories about his streak. and then he just volunteered all these reasons why it couldn't have been true, like given the time frame, like where Kevin Costner was at the time, and like the time of the game.
And there's reports like he was in the dugout when the power outage happened.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
But-
yeah, he claims that there are people, although I'm sure that there were
right.
beat writers for the
Exactly.
Orioles that would have had Cal Ripken's back.
Exactly.
You know?
The question is, Aaron, do you think
And obviously the Orioles were involved. Like,
Yeah.
they orchestrated the power outage.
Is there any person you ever played with that had the power to be like, I'm going to call the team and be like, we have to, I guess football is a lot different than baseball, but would you buy this at all in terms of how an organization is set up and a player having that type of power?
No, because I think in order for that, maybe like a LeBron, right? And
Yep.
he would have to like go to the head, like somebody like that, but definitely nobody in football. Football players are just viewed differently than basketball players and even baseball players. But I think you just have to have like an extremely, like everybody would have to be involved, like because there's television networks, there's just contracts, there's so much money involved. Like I don't think cats, especially with a helmet on, have that much pull.
Not
Yeah.
even Matt Schaub.
Maybe Matt Schaub.
Maybe, yeah.
Maybe Matt Schaub. I like that one though.
Shout out to my guy Matt. He just retired, man.
Yeah.
No,
my guy.
not necessarily. He said on part of my take, he's not officially retiring yet.
He did say that.
If he gets offered a contract,
Oh,
he might come back.
Well, he got a text from me for no reason. Then
Yeah.
Yeah,
you
you
might
should-
have to take that back.
Rescind. Hit the thumbs
I'm
down
a-
on that text.
I'm a screenshot and post it. I'm like, bro, this is a lie, bro. What is this?
All right, Jake, your
No, I had that.
We got some
our
fighting.
two
Really?
boys are fighting.
I've had,
This pulled up for like
yeah, and
Jake,
he
you-
took one of mine, and he
Jake,
took one of mine.
All right,
That's how
so
it
go ahead,
goes.
Jake.
Jake, you go first.
Jake, go
I'm
ahead.
taking the blackout Super Bowl between the Harbaughs. When it was a blowout.
Oh,
Billy, that's how it works. You have to be prepared with more than one. How do you not learn this?
There
by
we
now?
go, Jake. So what was the
Like-
conspiracy theory behind that?
Oh, that it was a blowout, and the NFL wanted to give some more
That's right.
time to get the 49ers back in the game.
That's
and
right.
It ended up kind of working.
Yeah.
It
3-point
did.
game.
Yes.
So was that the Beyonce halftime?
I don't know.
All right, so wait, now Arian, let me ask this. Does the NFL have that type of power where where Roger Goodell could hit a switch and black out the Super Bowl just so that they could keep people watching and get the 49ers back in the game?
They could. I do think they could, but I don't know why they would. Why would you do that? That is, when I think about conspiracy, I always think about the why.
Right.
Like, and when you start doing the they, the them, then that's when it ggets. But I do think the NFL could. I mean, they literally covered up.
Deflategate.
I don't know about that one, but they literally covered up concussion studies,
Yeah.
right, and tried to hide that. Like, so it's not it's feasible that they would cover some shit up, but I don't know about getting the 49ers back in the game.
They're
I don't know
corrupt.
about that.
Yeah. So how would that work though? Like if you were Roger Goodell and you had let's just say there was a big light switch in front of you at halftime, and you saw that the Ravens were winning by double digits. Like, would it occur to you to flip that switch, knowing that it's more likely if there's a longer halftime that the Niners are going to come out and play better in the second half? That doesn't make that much sense to me.
Yeah.
Well,
Oh, Billy?
so the evidence to support that it was staged was that all of the dress rehearsals by Beyonce, it took that exact same amount of power. The lighting was tested time and time again. So for them to say like, oh, we didn't know it was going to draw this much power and cause an issue, is like that's the number one thing they test.
Right.
And
Surge protectors.
Yeah, right. So that was like one of the reasons why it's kind of like, you know,
Interesting.
if it's 28-6 and viewership is actually seriously tampering off.
Let's black this thing
Yeah.
out. And then everyone will be like, what's going on?
Yeah, it was 28-6 with 13 minutes left in the third quarter.
I wonder how many times that's happened in the Superdome, too.
Yeah.
Like how many times have there been the lights have gone out in the Super? Because it does. The lights going out in a stadium is not crazy. That's we've all watched a game where that has happened. Remember it happened in the Monday Night Football game? Mm-hmm. I think it was the 49ers and the Steelers, maybe.
I feel like it happens a lot in baseball because there's so
Yeah.
many games
Yeah.
that, like, at least once or twice a season. It's about as frequent as B delays.
Right. All right, Billy.
My conspiracy theory is going to be the Russian doping conspiracy that actually has a lot more truth. So the Sochi Olympics, the Russians were swapping out their piss and doing all sorts of stuff to cover up their athletes' doping. and this is the conspiracy part, to gain nationalistic pride in order to invade Crimea, which there's a lot of evidence for.
The athletes were going to invade?
No, but
That would have been a sick plan.
Putin was putting it together.
Yeah, is this a conspiracy theory though? Because
This
is
is
real?
Well, there's a lot
Some
of fact.
conspiracies are true, though.
Yeah. You know,
Okay.
Gotta throw a lot of darts.
So somebody had a great idea because we experiment with like playing some music in the background of our podcast when we're talking. We think we're just going to play like the serious music when Billy starts talking because Serious Billy came out on the podcast and he's got like all these theories and he's dropping big words and shit on us. He gave Arian a little bit of perspective, didn't he, about what it's like to grow up as Billy Football when you get pulled over by the cops for driving too fast because you're listening to Led Zeppelin. That was crazy.
Absolutely, yeah. That was. I envy that, my brother. But next time I get pulled over, I'm gonna ask the officer, like, "Yo, you have any podcasts to recommend that I don't make this mistake again, officer?"
I recognize my
Billy said he got pulled over because he was listening to Led Zeppelin driving too fast, and the officer pulled him over and was like, "Wow, you're listening to Led Zeppelin? Yeah, that makes me drive fast too. Tell you what, I recommend that instead of writing you a ticket, I'm just going to recommend that you start listening to podcasts instead while you drive." And Billy was like, "Thank you, officer," and he let him on his way.
That didn't happen.
Okay.
It did?
That did happen.
100%.
Yes.
100% true.
I got off.
Okay. You didn't answer my question though. The whole story
What?
is true.
Yeah, it's a good story.
Okay.
How the hell would I get
it
into
is a
the
good
podcast?
story.
It is a great story.
How else would I get onto the podcast? I got pulled over. I was like, I don't want to get a speeding ticket anymore, so no more loud, fast music.
That's how he started listening to Part of My Take.
Now I'm fucking here on this couch.
All right, mine is going to be the Ronaldo at the World Cup in France in 1998. So this is like a two-parter because Ronaldo was best player in the world, having a great tournament, had a seizure out of nowhere right before the final. And so some people think he was drugged. Some people think that he was there's like so many layers to this conspiracy theory. Some people thought he was drugged so that then Brazil wouldn't win, but then they got gifted the 2006 World Cup in like payment for it. And then on top of all that, he played in the game, played awful. France wins. There's a conspiracy theory that Nike, because they had invested so much in Brazil, the Brazilian team, and Ronaldo as Nike athletes, that Nike forced him to play even though he was like less than 24 hours after a seizure. And Nike basically stepped in and was like, he has to play no matter what, put him in the game, and he was awful, and they ended up losing.
I could see Nike having that much power. I honestly think that Nike has more power than the NFL.
It's also like soccer conspiracy theories. There's so much shady shit that happens in the world of soccer that it really just lends itself to these things.
Anything that's FIFA adjacent is definitely prime for some corruption.
Right. So that would be mine. All right. What are you going to say?
Honorable mentions?
Honorable mentions. Go ahead.
The flu game, Jordan was hungover.
Okay.
Yeah. That's right. That when he explained, like, somebody came in with a pizza, and then the pizza guy wasn't actually the pizza guy. Mm-hmm. That to me, that didn't.
That wasn't him who explained it. That was his trainer.
Security guy. Yeah, his trainer.
Yeah.
I don't really buy that still.
Okay.
I think he might have. I think Jordan might have had some brown liquor and smoked too many cigars.
The only reason that like wouldn't that even be more impressive? The hungover.
Oh yes, 100%.
Yeah, for sure.
Obviously the Ewing frozen envelope, which I love that one.
Mm-hmm.
I believe that one. 100% believe that one.
NBA definitely has. There's a lot like where there's smoke, there's fire. There's so many.
Right. The 2002, Tim Donaghy didn't ref that, but 2002, the Lakers versus the Kings and basically getting the Lakers into the finals.
Fixing LeBron's first championship.
Oh, that's one?
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know that was one.
What was that one?
Eastern Conference Finals against Celtics. They gave him a bunch of calls, made sure they won.
Okay.
Yeah.
After they were they lost to the Mavericks, they got upset and they're like, we can't let this happen again.
Yep.
Ooh, what about the LeBron Delonte West situation?
I mean, that's just I don't know.
Is that conspiracy?
I don't know if that's technically a conspiracy.
I think that happened.
Yeah, that might have just happened.
Yeah.
And also it's like kind of sad.
I also hope Delonte's doing well.
Yeah. The Ali Sonny Liston fight, the Phantom Knockout. We know a little something about those.
Yeah.
On this show.
Mm-hmm.
Right, Billy?
No comment.
Canseco gate?
I did what I did.
I'm not hip. Billy got a phantom knockout. What happened?
Yeah, he knocked out Jose Canseco. Knocked him out. Clean out.
I hit him with 2 inside hooks, and he went down and quit.
They had a boxing match like 2 weeks ago, and Jose was getting paid a shitload of money to do it because we sold some pay-per-views for it. And so Billy went in there, and to Billy's credit, he fought him like straight up, hit him a few times. Jose quit after about 13 seconds, fell down on the ground, and he faked an injury. He was like, "Ow, my pec hurts, my knee hurts, my shoulder hurts. I can't fight anymore." So he gave up after seriously about 13 seconds in the ring with Billy.
Bro, Billy got hands? Hold on. Where's
I do have hands. I have pretty heavy hands. I'm working on technique and quickness, but I got heavy hands.
Is there footage of this?
Yeah, we can pull it up.
Yeah, I'll send it to you.
Please send me this. Holy shit. I see you, Billy.
Yeah, it's pretty great.
He fucked him up.
Hank, you have any Roger Goodell related conspiracies you want to throw out there?
Deflategate. I mean,
yeah, that's one of those, like, it's not really conspiracy.
I'm surprised you didn't do that one, Hank.
I was trying. I know. I figured everyone assumed I would.
Yeah.
So, Arian, Hank actually went to jail for Tom Brady because when he was suspended, he did a little bit of civil disobedience in the NFL lobby and basically handcuffed himself down there until he got actually like arrested and put in jail. But Hank, can you explain how the NFL fucked up the Deflategate investigation? Because I don't know. I honestly don't know like what you believe about that.
Let me go back in the memories of time.
Go for it. Let's go, Hank.
They came out with the Wells report. That, and then there was a lot of holes in the Wells report, and they conducted this big internal investigation that took months and months and months and all this money. Didn't really prove anything conclusive, but they still docked the Patriots, whatever it was, like draft picks, fines, suspended Tom Brady. There was a whole witch hunt, and like there was no real conclusive evidence other than just the ball boy and this Wells report, which was a NFL paid lawyer who obviously was in Roger Goodell's pocket pushing this narrative.
Got it.
Okay, so besides the evidence that they collected, it was all bogus.
But the it was cold. There's a lot of like variables to the
gas
balls,
law,
and
right?
it didn't
Ideal
make that
gas,
much of a
yeah.
difference. That's the other thing. It was a 42-6 game,
Honestly, I think that's probably the best defense that you could ever make. It's like
and it was 1/2.
It's like, yeah, the ball was a little underinflated. Who gives a fuck? We beat the shit out of the Colts.
But they didn't want to be wrong, so they were like, all right, we're just gonna drag this out, and then just fuck you.
Also, it's more of like
Go ahead.
they just decided to enforce it, like doing that out of nowhere. Like Aaron Rodgers used to play with a super pumped up ball, and like quarterbacks. I mean, Arian probably knows, like in the NFL, like they want their balls a certain way because they got to throw it. So like.
So, Aaron, did you think that was cheating, or did you think it was kind of bogus? Like that's like Billy says, every quarterback wants their balls a certain way.
Yeah, no, I remember when it first came out and people were asking me about it. I was like, yo, that don't have nothing to do with cats not tackling. Don't have nothing to do with getting blown out like that. It don't matter. Like the ball is the ball, right? It's like it's an objective object in the game. Like it just doesn't have that much bearing on win or loss. Like it's not like, I don't know. It's not like gloves in boxing where you can like. It's not the same thing. So it's like, because they still have to throw, they still have to catch. There's no like, it is what it is. Like,
right.
That shit was stupid.
What do you say, Billy?
I would connect the dots.
Yeah.
What if we had a Jordan type situation where the NFL needed to punish Tom Brady for something that we don't know about, maybe relating to Alex Guerrero and unidentified chemicals?
No.
Found in his testing.
It was the NFL versus the Patriots.
They would have just said,
Belichick.
they would have been very open about it and be like, "Yo, we caught
But they couldn't
Tom
prove
Brady
it.
cheating."
There's more of a chance to prove about the balls than anything.
So it was like getting Al Capone on tax evasion,
Exactly.
instead of the murder. Okay, yeah.
I think your thought is correct, but it was Goodell and the NFL versus the Patriots versus Tom Brady and Guerrero. Tom Brady was a victim.
Collateral?
Of all this. Yeah.
Okay, Aaron, I just sent you the video of Billy knocking out Jose Canseco.
Yeah, let's get your instant reaction.
Okay, I'm gonna check it out right now.
All right, it's over.
And that was it. Oh, this is gonna be great. All right, so I think what we should do while Aaron pulls it up, I think we should, since we have 6, let's leave it up to people to vote tomorrow. We'll do 3 and 3, and then the bottom vote getter on each 3 and 3
is
out.
eliminated.
Yeah.
Got it.
Yeah, that'll be
good to
good.
me.
Get a discussion going with the people.
Yep.
All right, so Aaron's gonna pull it up. We're gonna get his reaction to Billy football knocking out Jose Canseco.
Okay, hold on, okay. Listen, neither one of y'all got hands. He just has less hands than you.
Oh no, I'm not denying that by any means.
Why is he like this? What has happened? I mean, I guess that's just my wow. How did he not even try to? Oh my God, dog! All right, your form is terrible. His form is just exponentially
I'm going to the
worse.
gym today.
But what I appreciate about you is how hype you was. I mean, you did knock out Jose Canseco. That's Jose Canseco. Like, that's a legend. And and you stood over him. Dog, you stood over him.
Yeah, and screamed at him while he was on the ground.
What did you say? What was
I
the
kind of
word? What did you
realized he
say?
was quitting, so I was like, "Get up, earn your money, get your fucking money." And yeah, I was in a totally different headspace at that moment.
Arian, do you have any questions for Billy about what type of headspace and mentality he was in when he was getting ready for that fight?
I mean, you had to like dog, like there has to be one of those things where you're like unsure if you should go through with it. And
100%. It was a one-way mission.
did you actually train for? You actually trained?
I
for it?
trained.
Oh, yeah,
I
a
trained
lot.
so long.
Yeah. He crushed training.
Yeah. I was kind of
Training.
disappointed it lasted so little because I thought I was gonna have to use
You
some
thought you
of
were
the
going to war.
conditioning. Yeah, but it was fun. Looking back,
He
on it.
definitely did not train for it. I'm just gonna let you.
He
know
didn't train that
right?
hard.
No.
He was saying, "Yeah, I go to the
No, he
gym
didn't.
like 2 to 3 times a week." And I was like,
He
"I go
may have-
6 days a week."
Yeah.
He maybe like jogged. You know, he maybe like ate.
I don't even know if jogged.
Yeah, I think maybe like the night before the weigh-in, he was like, "Oh shit, I got a big weigh-in tomorrow. I'm gonna go sit in a sauna for 3 hours."
I mean, he showed up at 270 pounds. Like no one fights at 270 pounds. Like Brock
what would you
Lesnar
do,
didn't
dog?
even fight at
That
270
is
pounds.
significant. Yes, that is.
So
He was
how much
roided
did
out
you
of his
weigh?
mind.
he just asked you how much you weighed, Billy.
Oh, at the time of the fight, I was 208 pounds.
208.
Yeah.
So Jose was a lot bigger than you.
Like-
He had a 70-pound difference. That's
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah.
Right now I'm 225. I dropped down for the fight.
But what was it like fighting a guy who's like that much bigger, that much taller than you?
Well, I knew he was gonna have zero speed, zero conditioning. So get in his face, throw 100 punches.
140.
He said I dropped down for the fight.
He's a
I
weapon.
wasn't gonna out muscle Jose Canseco.
An absolute weapon. All right, well, Arian, thank you. Everyone go subscribe again. Macrodosing. First episode's out about Alex Jones. What's episode 2 going to be about?
So we're still talking. We've got some options that we're going to run through. I think Arian's going to lead the way on episode 2. But it's going to be good. We don't have the exact title yet. We don't have the exact topic, but we're going to talk about that during the week. But yeah, go listen to it. Macrodosing. Check it out on YouTube, Spotify, iTunes, everywhere. Also, shout out 342 Productions, it's like a co-venture between Barstool and 342 Productions with our guy Tommy. So, yeah, go subscribe, leave a review. Billy will say anything that you leave in a five-star review. He'll read it out loud on the podcast. That's a promise.
There it is. All right, thanks, Arian.
I appreciate y'all, man. Always fun.
Arian Foster was brought to you by our friends over at Roman Swipes. Most guys have tried different ways to last longer, but thinking about baseball doesn't always work. The folks at Roman, they're an online men's health company, are changing the game with Roman Swipes. It is the secret to longer lasting sex. Can we say the secret they don't want you to know? I always love it when advertisers say that. They don't want you to know about this. They want you to prematurely ejaculate. Well, guess what? With Roman Swipes, you can prove them wrong. Roman Swipes are a clinically proven way to last longer in bed. They're effective, they're easy to use, they're fast acting, but they don't require a prescription. Roman can ship swipes to you in discreet, unmarked packaging, and each swipes packet is small enough to hide in your wallet for whenever you need it. They're super easy to use. You just take the swipes out of the packet, you swipe it on, let it dry, and you're good to go. That's it. So go to getroman.com/take. You can get your first month of swipes for just $5 when you choose a monthly plan. That's getroman.com/take.
Okay, let's wrap up. We got a couple things here. We got guys being dudes. So this is a study out of where?
Out of UVA.
Okay. And what was the study?
So the study out of UVA was they took a sample group of guys and girls and they put them in a room and they were told that they were going in there to think, right?
Mhm.
So you can go in this room to think. There were also switches that were put in the rooms. The switches controlled a mild electronic shock that they could administer to themselves. It was called a painful shock, right? So
Okay.
they told you, you're going to sit in this room by yourself, sit here quietly for 15 minutes. You can use the switch if you want to. They were put in there. About 70% of the dudes hit the switch to feel the shock.
Duh.
And about 25% of the girls hit the switch to feel the shock. So the guys actually, a lot of people are like, "Yo, this makes guys look really dumb." No. This is smart. What the guys are doing.
Curiosity.
Curiosity. You want to know your environment that you're in there with.
This study cracks me up because they didn't need to do it. Like, it's essentially saying guys are stupid and will live shorter lives because they make dumb decisions that harm themselves.
Yes.
So why do we need a study?
You don't need the study, and it is a no duh. But
isn't it
personally,
like a fact?
I would rather shock myself than if you put me in a room where I had to sit up straight.
Yes.
Without any electronic. Tell you what, if you just put me in a room with a phone that wasn't connected to the internet, probably within 15 minutes, I'm going to shock myself too. I can only play so much Candy Crush.
There's also a element of, like when you have something significant happen during a day, you remember that day. It's a memory. You're making a memory by shocking yourself.
That's true.
Otherwise, you just sat in a room, didn't shock yourself, went on with your day. You live an unfulfilled, boring-ass life.
And can you imagine leaving that room and then like going back to your friend's house and they're like, "What did you do today?" And telling them I sat in a room for 15 minutes with a button that could have shocked me and I didn't press it?
Yeah.
That's so
Stupid.
lame. That is the worst. I would kick you out of my home.
Yes, we should actually do some kind of experiment like this as well here.
I want to know how many times they shocked themselves.
Yeah,
You think they just kept on going to the
I bet
well?
there's like a 5% who just like shocked themselves.
Cauliflower ear guys.
10
Yeah,
times.
you start pounding off while shocking yourself repeatedly.
Just the search for stimulation.
The ultimate nut. Yeah.
Human body craves contact.
It's true.
All right. The other thing we had was a quick dramatic reading of this Seth Wickersham article that just came out about the players union, DeMaurice Smith, all the things that go behind closed doors in the NFL, and Jerry Jones obviously stole the show.
Yep.
As always, right?
Yeah,
he always will steal the show.
He absolutely brought the thunder, but it's also like Dominique Foxworth is in there, Jerry Richardson, and DeMaurice Smith are in this dramatic reading. So we got to figure out.
Let's actually, you know what? Let's have Jake read it.
Okay. Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
I mean,
Jake,
they
you want to
bleeped
read
them
this?
out, so I'll just.
Okay,
I'll
yeah.
read
So
it.
but no, but you have to read it how it goes.
All right. But
No,
I'm not
give us the
cursing.
whole. No, give us the curse. It's a reading. You're reading it.
And can
Yeah,
you do
F-
accents?
Bank.
Okay, all right.
ing.
Yeah, do some accents too.
Like what?
The Jerry Jones accent.
Yeah.
Look, my
No.
daddy grew up on a farm.
Yeah,
in
you got
Southwest
this. You got
Missouri.
this, Jake. Come on. This will be a lot of fun.
All right. Jerry Jones of the Dallas Cowboys took the floor. Look, my daddy grew up on a farm in southwest Missouri. Every so often in the spring, the wind would come from a different part of the country, and the moon would set a different way, and the owls would start ing the chickens.
Billy's an owl.
Nobody knew where he was going with this story.
Billy can't respond. He doesn't have the mic.
The owls are ing the chickens, Jones continued. It makes no sense. This is terrible. It makes no sense that they turn this down, but it's a great thing for us. I feel like you guys would be much better at this.
No. You're crushing this.
We're not playing 17 games, Jerry, said executive committee member Dominique Foxworth, who now works for ESPN. It's not going to happen. Richard sat straighter in his chair. Wait, which one's Richardson?
Wait, this is this is Jerry
different
Richardson
Jerry
now.
Richardson, yeah.
He's come in. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't really have an accent for
Southern also.
Yeah, with a dash of misogyny. Well,
Jeans Friday.
or
I'm
a
out.
handful of misogyny.
Pretend it's Jeans Friday and
Yeah,
he's a
yeah.
little turned on.
I'm out. I'm out.
What? No,
I'll
give us
read
your
it.
horny voice.
No. I'll do Southern.
Okay.
All right, Billy, you go
yeah,
ahead.
Billy,
Billy
do the
wants
horny
to do the
vo-
horny
Do the horny
voice.
voice.
All right, Richardson sat straighter in his chair.
We can make you. We don't have to ask you. We're being nice by not saying fuck you. You have to do it.
All right, now Jake.
We're not being nice by not telling you. FUCKU. We're not playing, Foxworth responded.
We're being nice by not telling you
Horny.
fuck you. We'll play with replacement players.
Richardson said.
We're being nice by not telling you. FUCKU. Good luck filling up stadiums with Ryan Leaf at quarterback, Foxworth replied.
It was getting out of hand. Oh no, that's a lot
This is
of FU.
DeMaurice Smith.
Yeah,
That's
So
a
act
lot
like
of
you
fuck
have a hat
yous.
on. Yeah. Okay.
great job, boys.
Hell
I'll
yeah.
fuck you off. I'll fuck you off.
Can you imagine how much money these meetings would make if they were live streamed like on pay-per-view?
Yeah.
I'd love to see Jerry Jones just get up there and address the room.
Poor Ryan Leaf gets a ricochet shot.
Yeah, that was
out of
tough
nowhere.
at the end. Do you actually think that owls were fucking Jerry Jones's chickens?
Yes, Billy.
I read it in a Farmer's Almanac.
There you go.
In a different moon?
I didn't even have to answer. Billy. Yes.
That's some actual magic stuff. Farmer's Almanacs.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
is. The squirrels getting fat and being like, all right, well, we're gonna get 100 inches of snow this year.
Yeah, the way the moss grows on the tree.
I was reading one just for like content purposes, and it's pretty interesting.
What kind of content did you make out of
Well, I
that?
was trying to make a gambling content with the Farmer's Almanac
Yeah.
because it tells the future.
Okay, how'd that go?
I couldn't relate the two.
Okay. Good try, though.
Nice try.
I know.
Oh, by the way, Billy had asked to be part of the Macrodosing podcast on Sunday night to be our Jamie, and I said yes. And then 12 hours later, Billy just didn't show up for work. So that was classic Billy. We're working on it though. You'll be there next week.
He's telling the truth.
Yeah, he is telling the
Tell
truth.
the truth.
Yes.
Tell the truth.
Dude.
All right, go ahead, Hank. Guys on chicks.
Hey, sexy daddy cat and tall cut pro PFT. So I asked my boyfriend the other day if he jacks off in the bathroom, and he said yes. Sometimes when he's getting ready in the morning. I asked why the bathroom smelled like nasty cum, and he told me he throws his cum tissues in the trash rather than flushing it. What's wrong with my boyfriend, and why does it smell so bad?
Well, I'm trying to figure out his process here, because if he's in the bathroom jacking off, why isn't he just doing it in the shower?
And why is he doing the toilet?
Yeah. First of all, if you're not jacking off in the shower, there's a toilet right there. That's where tissue goes.
Right.
Second of all, the shower is right there where you don't need tissues.
It seems like he's actually picking the worst amount of steps.
Yeah.
Why isn't he just shooting to the toilet?
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. Is he trying
Like
to mark his territory?
Either shoot in the toilet, shoot in the shower, or flush the tissue. Yeah, your boyfriend sucks.
Hey, hard body cat, PFT cowboy hat guy, and honk. A few months ago, I wrote y'all telling my boyfriend was saving money he had been gambling with for my future engagement ring. Today is our 2-year anniversary, and he got me a gift with some of said money. The gift was pretty pricey, too. Do you think he's being honest now?
Wait,
About his gambling?
He's not proposing.
wait, he won money?
That's what she's implying.
No, I don't think
So
so.
he probably stopped gambling. It's actually a great window into his finances to see like how much do you usually lose gambling. If like 2 months later your gift is really nice, you can
Yeah.
kind of do the math and be like, oh, so you're putting $5,000 on the line every weekend.
Yeah, he must have just not liked the board. It happens.
It does. Hey, Buff Cat, PDF, and Blue Balls Billy. I recently discovered my boyfriend has a really weird fetish. For Valentine's Day, he bought me a stuffed bear with some hearts on it, and I thought it was cute and will put it on my bed after making it. However, later that night when we were doing it, he insisted that the bear stay on the bed and watch us as we get it on. This was a little weird, but I did not think much of it. He would even look at the bear during sex and say things like, "You like what you see." As we continued, he then grabbed the bear and started choking it and would not stop until we were done. It has gotten worse every time we have sex since then. He continues to say dirty things and grab the bear whenever we get really into it. To make matters worse, I noticed there's a small hole in the bear's butt. Do you think he is doing this as a joke, or does he really have a fetish for this?
There's a
bear?
camera in the bear.
Yeah, this is a nanny cam.
Oh, I was
It's
gonna
an-
say, I think you're fucking your dog.
It's
He
a
just
nanny
keeps
cam.
grabbing the toy bear and roughing it up.
It's
true.
It's a nanny cam.
There's
Yeah,
a camera.
They hide cameras in stuffed bears.
Yeah.
And you leave them out on your couch to see like what the nanny or what the babysitter does.
We did.
He's
We actually
uploading
have a
it.
nanny cam in this studio for Billy
Oh,
that he
fuck,
doesn't know
really?
about. Yeah.
Are you serious?
Yeah, and the dick of bobblehead. Wave to it, Billy.
Are you serious?
Wave to it.
All right, I have a confession. The Mountain Dew bottle was mine.
Wow.
I mean, we knew that.
I'd rather you hear it from me.
Didn't you already say
Yeah, I
that?
did.
Oh yeah.
No, but he's definitely got an OnlyFans account where he's uploading this content.
You
he
might
films
want
with the
to.
bear.
You might
Yeah.
want to dissect that
just
bear next time. he's
just
at the house.
ask him for 50% of the earnings.
Yeah. Yeah. No, dude.
What?
75. Come on.
Well, he put
Empower
in
the women.
production value.
That was you know what you just did?
What?
You just glass ceilinged it. Fucking shame on you, Billy.
Hey, Sig Cat and Cowboy PFT. Me and my boyfriend have been dating for a while, and he's always at the gym. He goes like twice a day. And I was a little insecure, so I asked to go with him, just to make sure he was actually going to the gym and not cheating. He's kind of acted weird about it, but finally gave in. The day I went, he said he was maxing out. His max on bench was 185. That's it. Do you think he's cheating on me because how could someone who is always talking about working out and going to the gym only be able to bench
Hey,
185?
go back a second. You said that this guy like works out
Twice a day, he
bunch,
says.
and his max is what?
He said he's maxing out, but his max bench was only 185.
Oh my
Do
god.
you think he is cheating on me?
Oh my god. Yeah, 185. There's really no other explanation. You're either dating like the biggest soy boy beta bitch, or he's cheating on you.
Wow.
185 is just ridiculously low.
I mean, Billy doesn't even.
Or he's in
bench that
Fight
low.
Club.
What?
Wouldn't you notice that?
And what?
Billy's saying that's where he goes secretly.
Yeah.
Oh,
Uh-huh.
I think she would notice that.
yeah.
I don't know.
Okay.
They wear
You think he's
headgear?
just a great fighter?
Powerlifting and fighting isn't really compatible.
Right. So,
I've realized that.
okay.
Maybe he might be like.
Well, you're 1-0, dude. With
I know,
knockout.
but like you lose all
First
your
round.
gains.
Got it.
But when you were working out before, you knew that you were going to fight. You were already getting trained. You were getting your body ready for a fight even before Jose Canseco's name was even mentioned.
True.
That's why you were at 185. Maybe
No,
maybe this guy's got like he might be maybe still in the closet, and when he says he's going to get a workout at the gym, he says like at gyms, and he says it really fast. Just goes to hang out with his buddy.
Either way, don't shame him. I mean, 185 is if you go to the gym in any type of regularity and you are 185, that's absolutely pathetic.
Really
I mean,
bad.
I think I could bench 185. I haven't been in the gym in years.
Most gyms will actually revoke your membership if you go there every day because you're obviously
Right.
you're not getting out of this what you're putting into it.
Right.
Should we rep at 185 right now?
Yeah,
Probably
sure.
get hurt,
You can
but
get
like I
set
could
up.
probably do it. I'd probably get hurt, but I could probably do it.
I actually took some of the weights home over the weekend to practice, so I don't think we have 185 here.
Yeah.
All right,
I
last
could,
one.
I could definitely do it.
My husband's birthday is Friday. He's an AWL and has most of your merch. He only tells people that he wants cash for a gift. What do you recommend I get him?
Cash.
Yeah, cash. Just
Cash. He couldn't be more transparent. He wants cash.
You know what, though?
It's the greatest gift in the world.
Cash is amazing. Cash is king. We'll never turn down cash. However, we're getting close enough to the end of this pandemic thing where if somebody gave me like $100 Dave & Buster's gift card right now, I would be fucking pumped. It would be something to look forward to in the future where I'm like, May 15th, we're going to fucking Buster's.
Yeah. Remember the days in the pandemic, like the first week or two, when everyone's like, "Hey, if we just buy gift cards to your favorite restaurant, we'll keep it in business."
Yeah, I do remember that.
That was cool.
Turns out it took Dave Portnoy.
Yeah,
He
save the
bought,
world.
Bought everybody gift cards.
Save the world. Yeah, cash. Just get them cash. Cash is the best. You can buy whatever you want. All right, let's do numbers. Billy, you got to...
Give me an 18.
19.
No,
18.
19.
I think about taking
99.
Jake's numbers sometimes.
In
but I don't.
1974, there was a chimpanzee war that lasted 7 years called the Combe Chimpanzee War, where
sick.
two rival chimpanzee troops
17!
went to war. Jane Goodall recorded
Dude,
it.
this machine is taunting you, Hank.
That's
Taunting
2
you.
out of 3 for 17.
Are you
That's
on 19
crazy.
now? You're being taunted. It's actually just trailing you. If 19 comes up on
That's
Friday,
tough,
I'm going to
Hank.
be so happy.
Billy, that chimpanzee war thing sounds metal as fuck.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
And then a third separatist group arose. It's actually there's
it's
a
like-
documentary on it.
That's very cool.
Okay.
We should
Caesars.
macros it.
Nice.
Love you guys.